Sean for president. Please hit the like. Just kidding. Hi, everyone. I'm gonna let y'all run on up in here. I'm gonna let y'all come on in the room. Let y'all come on in here. Y'all. Oh, that's good. What did that? I did that. I did a good job today. Normally, sometimes that should be nasty. Just be the only thing that I'll be having to here to drink. So it's like I'm like forced to drink it. Crazy. But yes, y'all. Came over here to be messy. What else would you expect? Duh. Duh. Let's not put the D in dumb. Let's not put the D in dumb. I was just at the grocery store. I hope you guys are all having a good morning or afternoon. We're in the afternoon now. Afternoon, evening time. I was just at the store. It was a really ugly baby in front of me. I was like, oh my God, put it away. Cover it up, swaddle it. I was like, oh. Girl. Ugh. I was just like, oh my God, your baby is gross. Put your baby away. Like, ugh. Could have left that in the car. Like, you could left that little bat in the car. Please hit the like. Hey, y'all. Please hit like. Yes, it's an ugly child. Just wasn't of the Lord at all. Shout out to Skilu. Thank you. Love you, Skilu, for gifting memberships. If y'all got a membership from the wonderful Skilu, y'all make sure y'all going on ahead and thanks, Skilu. I'll be like, thank you. Thank you. Skilu was like, y'all looking at a little piece to dry. Y'all looking at a little piece to dry. Let me put some on y'all name for a couple days. So y'all figure it out if y'all gonna keep it. Cass says, oh my gosh, Sean, there are no ugly babies. That is one of the most untruthful things that ever came out of your mouth. Now, there is some ugly children out here, and some of y'all was related to them as y'all was coming up, cut it the out. Ugly babies exist. Go outside. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Ugly churn is born every day. Absolutely. Little moths inside of a blanket. Absolutely. Hi, LeBron. Little moths and, girl. Some of y'all bringing home mosquitoes. Absolutely. With cute outfits on. That's just what that. Now, y'all cut all that out. Ugly babies exist. Some of y'all is related to them. Some of y'all was them. Now, I was a cute baby. I was a cute baby. I was actually cute, or like I was literally like. And my aunt Sweaty, she got married the year I was born. And everybody was holding me. Everybody was holding me. I was like, look at me, I'm amazing. Look at everybody want me. I was cute. I had to because there was people like waiting in line. Tell me, I said, Lord, I was cute. Thank you. I said, Lord, I was cute, baby, because they was lined up. Okay, women have loved me since birth. Okay. They was lined up. I said, I know that's right. I know that's right. Yes. And for me, I said, oh my goodness. I said, oh my goodness, that was incredible. I was like, this is amazing. So, yeah, some of y'all know when it's the ugly baby because anybody trying to hold the baby. The mama got it the whole time. Or the grandma. When people walk up to you holding the baby, you're like, oh, your baby ugly. Y'all ugly. Because if they don't want to hold it with a cute baby, you just can't like help it. They'd be damn near like seeing a stranger with a cute baby and almost ask if you could hold the baby because the baby be so cute. That's what that were. But yeah, if you don't want to hold the baby, ugly. In the story. That is how if you want to know if you ever been around an ugly child, yes, there is your proof. Don't nobody want to hold no ugly baby. Don't nobody want to hold no little raisin. Don't nobody want to do that. So, yeah, that's just what that were. Couple cousins. I love y'all. Yeah. You're never going to see me in no pictures holding a baby. Hello? That little booger wolf? No, you can hold baby Gargamel. I'm good. But, let's see what that glow up by. Let's see what that glow up by. It may not happen right away. Maybe it's over yonder. So we'll see. I'll be the judge. That's just what that word. So hey, y'all. Oh my God, look, it's over 300 people have been on this, 79 likes. Why? Do you guys not like me? 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 Look at this. Hello, guys. Shout out to all of y'all. Skilo, Caitlin Breeze, Steven, Jetty, Renee, Zaza, Baby Shay, all of y'all. Hello. Hello, everyone. I love y'all. Look at y'all. Y'all ran up here. It's boring. Y'all bored? Y'all bored? I was like, okay, well, we might as well go live because we're definitely going on coffee after this. Oh my God. We're going on coffee. Okay. I was sitting over here being nosy while I was getting the show, listening to a couple YouTubers. So it's hilarious. Tabby says it's snowing here. Oh, I hate snow. I literally hate it. I literally hate snow. I do not like snow. That's why people are like, why do you live here? I'm like, exactly. Like, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, but shout out to snow. Ugh. Ugh. It just snowed the other day. I was so mad. On Thanksgiving. Snow like all day. I was like, why? Hello? All I can hear is Mariah Carey. It's time. That's all I got. I was just like, I like hate snow. Snow makes me angry. Snow makes me angry. Snow make me hoop and holler in my car and all of that. Like, oh my goodness, like hate snow. So, but shout out to the people that like it. I don't. So y'all that be down south and over yonder where it's always warm, enjoy. You deserve it. Enjoy. So the title is Diddy Fake Victim Trauma for Cash Lawsuits. Absolutely. Diddy paying Adria English to fake trauma and Justin Bieber. So shout out to all viral access. Shout out to Mike over there. Love the channel. I've been following him for a long time. When all that stuff happened back in the with Hagiwah, and all of that, he was covering that up too. So, shout out to him. We go back like a kind of like on full flats. Yeah. I mean, like, he may not realize, but we do, because I've been watching him for a long. So shout out to him. He talks about a plethora of things. So I really like his channel. So shout out to him, all viral access media. Shout out to Mike Lowry. Shout out to him and all his people over there. So I was listening to him last night, and he had Adria English, Diddy's, who now I'm going to call fake victim, because she is, like I said yesterday, she's not a real victim. In my eyes, she's a complicit party that was complicit. And I don't even think like she was around like a whole lot. But I do think there was one point in time, like, early in the 90s, to where, she probably went to a party or two. But like close quarters with him and nothing like that. It's like, no, it sounds like she was too busy hanging out with her pimp. The guy that was pimping her and whatnot. So, whatever. So she goes on his show last night. And while on Mike Larry, shout out to all viral access media, she says a lot of things that we already said. I'm just like, but she was just confirming them. We were literally just talking about this yesterday. That's why I'm like, okay, we definitely got to talk about it, because we were literally just talking about this yesterday. How I feel like she's not a victim in my eyes. She's the type of person that was complicit with what was going on, and became scorned, realizing that she's not going to reach the accomplishments that she was promised that she would go to. So yeah, I always felt that way. Like, I just feel like you're mad, you're upset that you didn't accomplish certain things that was promised to you, and now you're going to get your money some way, somehow, right? Hold on, let me shout out people. Shout out to Josie, my baby. She says, hey, boo, and Mars and Chad. I swear you give me life. I love you, Josie, my baby. I love you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Shout out to, is it Morada? Is it Mara? I don't want to say it wrong. Shout out to Miss Page, okay? Shout out to Miss Yvette, okay? I love you. Miss Pagan, yes, Lord. Yes, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you, my love. So, yes, so thank you. I really appreciate it. hold on. 462, 100. Can we have more likes, please? Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Like did I do something to you guys? Shout out to Natasha, says today is my birthday. So we don't have no balloons. Natasha, how long have you been? We don't have any balloons. We don't sing happy birthday. We don't do none of that stuff. And then y'all, again, this is my show. Okay? A couple happy birthdays is good. We're good. We're at our quota. All she needs is 2, 3 of them. That is it. Okay? Now, Natasha, you've been over here for some years. I done seen that name and I ain't blocked it. That means you sitting with us. Okay? But don't come up and burn. All right? Y'all love to come in here today and announce when y'all destroyed y'all mother's life. Y'all need to be think about that. This today my mom found out her life was over. This today my mom moved out my grandma's house. Yes. This today my mom got engaged. This one my mom didn't graduate high school because of today. Like, duh. Hello? Yes. This today my mom survived gestational diabetes. Like, y'all got y'all nerve. Y'all got y'all nerve, but y'all gonna talk about that. This today my mom figured out my dad ain't shit because he left. Period. Like, y'all won't talk about that, though. This today my dad stopped talking, my grandfather stopped talking to my mom. Well, you know, the anniversary didn't fall on. Yes. Happy birthday, Natasha, girl. And I'm my girl. Y'all know that's my birthday, bro. That's what I do for y'all. Shout out to KB, and she says, Sean, you are too much to love you. I love you too. I love you too, girl. Thank you for super girl. Hey, Danny Lambu. Hey, Hazel P, Black Sheep, Dustin, Cass. All together understand. Hi, I love you guys. Kira, what? That's what I do for birthdays. If you want to get flamed, come say it's your birthday. Yeah. And I'm going to remind you of some. That's all. That's it. And you 51. Oh my god, you're a poor mother. Oh my goodness. Shout out to being 51 though. Period. Shout out to being 51 though. A lot of people don't make it to that age. That's why I don't fear age. Okay? I don't fear because I'm gonna look amazing. Okay? I'm gonna be a hot ass 50-year-old. I'm gonna be a sexy ass 60-year-old. I'm hot. Okay, I'm already doing this. I'm almost 40. And I take you in. I will. I will. I could still go hang out on college campuses and nobody like look at me weird. I could still go to like college parties. Like, totally. So I still go. Sure could. And you're mad. And you're upset. Because y'all couldn't get it like me, spin it like me, did it like me. A lot of y'all didn't make it like this. A lot of you niggers out there. Okay? That's why y'all be so pressed. When y'all come in here and see youth, Lord. Yes, y'all come in here and see what y'all will never be. Yes, that's just what they hurt. And get mad. So I don't fear it at all. I plan on looking amazing, girl. In my 50s, I plan on looking amazing. In my 60s, absolutely, girl. Like, what about it? What about it? I bet in my 60s I'll still be like a 25-year-old. What you bet? And we'll prove it. And we'll prove it. And you mad. So, yeah, like, that's just what that was. So, yeah, shout out to being older. There's nothing wrong with it. Embrace it. Shout out to Hollywood. Essie says, love you. You're killing me. Thank you so much for the sticker, my love. I love you, too. But, yeah, I feel like, embrace it. Like, it's only scary if you look gross. Like, if you look gross, then it's like I understand like why you're like, you know, like petrified, you know, of getting older. But I mean, if you look like me, girl, yes, yes. I mean, my turn, I'd be like, that's your bro. I'd be like, yep. And you're mad, you know. So yeah. And you're pressed, so I don't fear age at all. I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna be like old, I'm gonna be like ugly, and I'm like, ah. You know, so especially like older white people, because y'all look scary. Ooh, y'all be looking scary. Don't be number 32. Ooh, white people, y'all be looking scary. Y'all don't. Ooh, white people. Ooh, white people. When black people be looking like y'all, they be like 8 and 9. You know, 9 to 1. You know, a lot of y'all be looking like that already, and y'all be like 42, 43. I was like, oh my word. What happened? This why y'all study us. Was not a Diddy party, it's a gay club where I met your dad. No, it's a gay club. Go to those often? Or you go, oops. A lot while you're in there? Like, hello? Gay club where I met your dad. So, yeah. Absolutely. So, y'all, I'm not afraid of aging. Ting. So, y'all plan on being hot for a very long time. So, it's no big deal to me, girl. It's like, bring it on, age. Bring it on. You know, so, but I used to be petrified. Like around my 30th birthday, I was ready to end it. I was really like, no. Girl, no. It's over. Like, you know, it was, you know, I'm over here looking at my wrist like, I wonder which one. Is it this one? Or that? You know, so, girl, I was depressed. Girl, I was depressed. You know, I could go back to those times. Just looking just like gross. But yeah, it was a very hard time for me. It was a very hard time for me. You know, turning 30. Like it was like, oh my god. I was like, I'm like old. I'm like, oh shit. You know, like I call people old this age. Like we can't turn it. You know, it's like we gotta do something. So but yeah, so but once you turn it, it's no big deal. Correct. I definitely feel like I'm midlife crisis at the age of 30. So yeah. So I don't think I'm gonna like hit a midlife crisis because I'm so like young still and like amazing. So I really don't think I'm hitting midlife crisis. I think you hit those when everything is just so repetitive, you know? And then it's kind of just like you just like have this moment to just like everything. But I think if you consistently like open to change and stuff like that and whatnot, and you keep changing things and stuff, then I think you can avoid that type of, you know, midlife crisis is usually when you have like a lot of regret, you know, and you feel like there's more time behind you than what's in front of you. So you have like a crisis because it's having an identity crisis. You know, it's like you don't know who you are, but you have an idea who you want to be, and sometimes it feels like that's not attainable. You know, like dreams of a rock star. It's something like that. It's never too late. Kanye West, the situation. I'll go right on stage and take the microphone from Beyonce. My baby's baby, and then get tackled about Julian, her bodyguard. It's never too late. Even this for a couple seconds. I feel like he went on stage, Kanye, and snatched that microphone from Taylor. Just go up there, give me that. And just, you know, like just going, it's never too late. Yes. It's never too late. So I'm just gonna put on that jersey dress and them Air Forces, girl, and get it right there, right there, right there. Just hop up on stage, girl. Be a star. Be a sexy werewolf pass. Give me this. Bow, 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 bow. Have your moment, girl. Go up there and steal it. Sometimes you gotta steal stuff. That's all. Sometimes a little piece of steel, you'll give it back. You know? So, girl. So yes, go on that stage and snatch that microphone from Ariana Grande. Right now I'm in a state of mind. I wanna be. You better not touch me. You better not touch me, okay? You think you wicked. You better not touch me. So, you know, and I'm a girl. So that's just how that word goes. Sometimes you gotta go and get your moments. That's all. Then you go ahead to the grave, and it's good. So it's not that big a deal because you can say that. You can say that. First of all, I was a star for 8 seconds. I went on the stage and took that microphone from Taylor Swift, and I got a couple notes out before they tackle me. Like, but whatever, I'm a legend. Like, whatever. So yeah. So actually, I was a star. Do not do that. Have you ever performed in front of a full house? Have you ever performed in front of a full arena? Because I did that. So it's like that. That's just what I wear. So then you can say you're a star. You know, if you want to be a lawyer, go represent yourself. You ain't got to go to law school. Go represent yourself, girl. Oh my God. Go get in trouble. Go to jail. Oh my word. You can still be that. You can still do all that. Never too late. Nah. That's just what that word. Nah, that's just what the word. So I love y'all. I love y'all. So the title, ooh, let's get into the title. So shout out to all of our access. I'm not gonna be playing his whole video. Y'all get over there and y'all listen to it yourselves, okay? Y'all know how I feel about that. Get over there to all of our access media and watch it in its entirety, okay? It's not super long, so I feel like it gives you like actual chance, you know, to like listen to it. It's a super long, it's like 3 hours. You're like, oh damn, I gotta listen to that some other time, Shine. Like that's too long. But this one is not. So shout out to Mike Larry at all viral access media. Shout out to him and his channel. So y'all get over there, subscribe. Tell him I sent you. So, y'all, Adria is stupid. I'm like, okay, you ain't got no sense. And you ain't got no. I say, yeah, because you're a liar. Mm-hmm. Ooh, not in the junkie. Ooh, I can't. Girl, she got a... Everything is connected. I bet it is. When you over there, a fear of loathing. When you over there, got Cheech and Chong up under the table. Okay, I understand. So she said a lot while she was over. We're gonna start with this because I have timestamps. I don't know what these mean, but I'm assuming she said something, you know, gross. So we're gonna get into that right now.
You know you said that, bitch. And if I'm lying, Misha, I brought you out, and I'll take you out at the same goddamn time, because you...
That's what that were. She said she brought Misha out, and she'll take her out at the same time. What was that, 2020? Girl, shut your mouth and keep on talking. Shut your mouth and keep on talking, and let's get into that breakdown. Hold on.
You know you said that shit, bitch. And if I'm lying, Misha, I brought you out, and I'll take you out at the same goddamn time, because you ain't in my lawsuit, bitch.
Interesting. Just anticipate says, Sean, you think she ate kneecaps? When Misha shape given, she got to eat every allows. So it's a high probability to keep the shape that she has on, that she can't go strong without a meal. So it's possible. It's possible. Hey, you never know. Okay, maybe it wasn't one of Diddy's people's kneecaps she ate. Maybe she ate a different kneecap. You know, so I I don't know what to say about that, but I do want to say this. So y'all remember when Misha was over there with somebody, the Atwood or whatever. He was over there, y'all. Okay, so she has said that, you know, when she scratch and fart and stuff like that, that means, you know, I want to talk about it. So I was trying to hold on to what she be saying, because what she be saying, you know, be everywhere. So, you know, I be trying to catch, you know, because when she start talking, she's like, you know, because it's just so much stuff being thrown at you, right? So you're trying to catch stuff that matter, Lord. We're trying to catch the stuff that matter, Lord. So, y'all. So what she was saying, if you shout out to Hollywood, I say thank you so much for gifting a membership. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Please hit the like, over 700 people in the building. Please hit the like, please hit the like. So y'all, what Misha was saying over there with the Atwood, when the hag came up there going after her, she let us know what the lick read. Okay? And what the lick read is this. Adria took her bobblehead ass over there to these two beautiful women over here on YouTube. And she sat over there and she had did this interview. And during the interview, she had told the women that her friend, whatnot. Now, this is an interview that she had just did recently, or not my girl. So she told the women, and I forget their channel name, but shout out to them. She told the women on the show that she got this friend, that this friend had went through all this stuff too, and I'm a girl that she could witness because she had, did da. And she was talking about Misha. Okay, so when Misha said that, when she was over there, she was like, I told her that, I didn't want to talk, I didn't want to do it. So when she was saying that, when she was saying that she was telling Adria that she didn't want to be involved in all of this, that's what she was talking about. She's saying when Adria put her inside of that interview over there with those two beautiful women, that the women that was talking to her and I'm a girl, Cassidy, Adria just over there saying every entertainer in the industry's name over there on the women platform, she had mentioned Misha. And Misha told her not to mention her at all. So that is when she threw Misha in, although she sat over here, is that Misha reached out to her after she had filed the lawsuit. Bullshit. Yeah, you're lying. Because you said yourself you brought her out. You brought her out the other day, like last week or whatever, when she did the interview over there with those two women. And during that interview is when it was the first time she brought up Misha. And that's what Misha was saying over there with the Atwood when she was freaking out after the hag had played her the recording of Adria saying that she had already cut Misha off and didn't want to do her. And then, Misha had got upset. So when Misha was explaining all of that, when she meant like, oh, when I scratch my head, we supposed to stop, blah, blah, blah. That was her letting y'all know the setup. Okay? So now I'm like thinking back on it. I'm like, oh. So she was telling us then that, and she said that she had talked to Adria every day, that they had talked to her on the phone every single day. They would talk every time before they would go live. All of that stuff was like more so of like a puppeteer situation. They would compare notes and keep the same notes pretty much, about certain things. And then they would go live, pretty much at the same time together and that's why, the finishing of sentences and whatnot, because they had literally just got done coaching each other, me coaching Adria on the story that Adria basically gave her. So that's the setup right there. That is how, right there, is telling you what Misha said on the show was how they were manipulating the audience into thinking that this actually happened when it didn't. That was her, that's why I said on that show, I feel like she was holding back. I feel like there was more she wanted to say, but to avoid getting rid of her credibility or people attacking her more than they already are, it's like, why I can't say everything. Like, I can't literally sit here and say, yeah, we made everything up, about that, about blase. So, and their stories are supposed to be consistent and their stories are supposed to stay the same. But when Adria said on the Atwood that Misha, my fault, said on the Atwood that Adria was leaving her and abandoning her. If she asked her for help, she didn't help her, multiple times and whatnot. I believe that may have been the contact via email. I don't think it's in actuality, although Misha's trying to make it seem like, she like knew her. It's like actually happened, all of this. No, not at all. I feel like at one point, she had been trying to reach out to Adria, to get on the bandwagon, right? And Adria was ignoring her. I feel like Adria was just like, yeah, nah, girl, I'm good. You ain't a part of my lawsuit. I don't need you, blah, blah, blah. And then the more Adria started going around talking, the more people start to realize that some screws loose, that is something wrong with her. Like something isn't right, with this woman, right? That's how I feel like people start, the more she talked, the more people will question her because it's like it would just get worse and worse. It's kind of like you just want her to just shut the fuck up at this point. It's like, girl, just shut up, girl. Like it's you taking this too far. And she was, again, no credibility and her credibility was getting smaller and smaller. So this where, okay, now Misha's good enough to talk to, okay? Because you have to think, They keep saying Allie Carter, including Adria. If they're saying Allie Carter name, they're saying like they're on first name basis. Like they're on first name basis. Allie Carter never spoke on an English, and if she, and even if Allie did, Allie never spoke on her and Adria being in the same room. She never spoke on anything like that, and she never mentioned Misha at all. But now, Misha and Adria are attaching themselves to Allie when Allie has never spoke of these women. I'm like, Allie ain't never said nothing about Adria, and Allie ain't said nothing about Amisha. So I found it mighty convenient that now that Allie has been silent, Allie has either went away or decided not to do social media for a while or ever again, whoever, I mean, who knows. And now all of a sudden she want to attach herself to Allie. So if Allie comes forward and says, I don't know who these two women are, how are you going to clean that up? Just like sitting on the Atwoods when the hag told Misha that I don't know you, although Misha was going around on platform stating that she had met the hag in 2012 at a gentleman's club. That has not been cleaned up. Like you don't get to lie about something because that's what it is. It's a lie. Like it's not a mistake. You don't accidentally lie. Like what? Now you may get your wires crossed, but if confidently going around stating that you met the hag and that you saw her at a gentleman's club and whatnot, that's no mistake. You are deliberately saying this as your memory, allowed to far back to go, or whatever. According to your brain, you met her, physically met her, and she physically met you at this gentleman club. Now the hag is going to say that's not true. So that means that is a lie. You are lying or saying that you met her before. What is the point of and she's the main person, Misha, the main one, that keeps going around saying, why would I lie? Well, why would you? Why did you lie and say that you met the hag? Why did you lie about that? Why? Because you did that as a lie. You felt the need to not tell the truth. You know if you met someone or not. Because you were confident that you did, and she says that you didn't, and you don't argue with it. You don't argue with it at all. So because you said something happened, it didn't. So how can we believe anything else you said with no proof? We don't have anything. And all we need is something. We have nothing. It's just you talking, right? So that lets me know right then and there that Misha was reaching out to Adria in some regard. And I believe Adria was ignoring her. And I think that that's where that energy comes from because it's no different than Misha's actual trauma. I do think Misha has been through things. I've said that time and time again. And I do think that she is using the energy from people in her real life, her actuality, that have hurt and harmed her physically and sexually, and projecting that energy into other people's stories to prove her truth. So when people say, oh, the emotion that's coming from her, and you could tell that no, you have to separate the emotion because this is what actors do all the time. When you see movies and shows and stuff and people are crying in them, they're not literally crying. And if they are, they're pulling from a different emotion. They're pulling from something that happened in their actual life, like lost a loved one or a dog or something, or, just something that makes you really sad. They're pulling from that to project this energy on the camera to show you that they're sad about what's happening within this moment, which would be in the scene, but it's not real, it's acting. So it's not like actually happening to them. So to pull and draw from that type of emotion, then you have to think of something in your life, something that you could correlate to sadness, whether it's a movie, whatever, but it's not what's happening within that moment. So when Misha is crying and whatnot, she's not up there crying about the situation at hand, like actually going through this stuff with Diddy and stuff like that. No. She's pulling from a man in her real life or woman that has done something to her that she has not gotten over. That's something very specific. And she pulls and draws that because it's the same emotion about the story that's being discussed. She's discussing a story about SA and stuff like that. But if people then these people that she's talking about, like the Blink Twice and, the Diddies and these handlers and people like that, if that didn't actually happen with those people, you can't pull emotion from it because it didn't happen to you. You can pull something from something that happened to you. But it's hard to pull emotion from something that, like if somebody passing away is sad, right? So if your friend loses a family member, parent or something like that, it's really sad, but you can't bring yourself to cry because it's not you. Now you'll get sad because you can relate, but at the same time, that's why you'll say sorry to that person. I'm sorry that happened to you. My condolences, and whatnot, because it's like universally sad. It's something that usually happens to everyone. You're gonna lose someone in life. So you can't, and then not be like new the parent and whatnot, then yeah, you could cry. Like if it's your best friend's mom and you loved her mom, and something, that easy. Yeah, at that point, because you're pulling from the same emotion she's pulling from. Her mother was like a mother to you. So, it's like your mom passed away, instead. But if you weren't like close person or really ever saw them and whatnot, and they're like devastated, well, they should be. They have the connection. You don't. So you can sit in the funeral and like console them, like not cry because this isn't actually happening to you. But will you be sad? Yes. So it's the same thing with Misha. It's the same thing with victims. It's the same thing. When SA and things like that have happened and you can relate to it and it triggers you because of elation, then you instantly give them your condolences. You instantly, it's like you want to coddle them and hug them and, love on them because of that you feel like it's like a loss, like the loss of innocence, the loss of scent, like it's just like a loss. So right away, these people like Misha and Adria are going to be able to pull onto your heartstrings, like right away, because you're going to look at them and, they're black women, and stuff like that. So many reasons for people to gravitate, to the immediately, because why would you want to think that someone is lying about trauma? Why would no one wants to think that? Like no one wants to question someone that's talking about like this just in general, rather it's a celebrity level or rather it's just on a sense of day-to-day people, and something happening level. So a lot of people get torn with these type of situations because it does feel like a sense of you find offense. For y'all to be relating to Misha, for y'all to be relating to Adria, y'all, everyone wants to worry about the Diddy victims. No, you, you, you. So the people in the audience, you being victims, loving on these women because you feel like you have something in common with them, maybe different, but you have something in common with them. You as a victim feel offended when people call them out because calling them out is like calling you out. This is where the friction and all of that starts to come in with the chat, and stuff like that. Because if you as a victim calling them out, saying that they find discrepancies, you go back to your mind. If you tried to tell people when you were younger or something like that, people said that you lied or you weren't telling the truth, you weren't believed and whatnot, you get offended. And it's subconsciously. So it's not something that why that you view this way or why you just want to believe them so bad because your trauma would allow you to minimize theirs because you feel like yours has. So that's why these situations are so triggering and why I don't think it's cool for people to go around and do this. And this is why they do need to be exposed because people have been triggered. These victims in these audiences and whatnot have been triggered. Like, I understand people trying to protect the real Diddy victims, but what about the people that are just victims? It's them. We only worried about the Diddy victims. Although these people are coming out here on these platforms, triggering people on a day with things that are not fucking true. And then you have real victims like y'all in the audience and the real Diddy victims. You have them that are not being shunned and questioned because of the disaster that people like A and Misha don't went around here doing. And they ought to be ashamed of themselves, and they are both too old for it. Both of y'all. Y'all too old for this shit. Adria headed to knocking on 50's door, and Misha heading to knock on 40's door. Y'all next ages, one is 50s, and the other one's is 40s. Like, y'all way too old for this. Way too old to be doing stupid stuff like this, because this is dumb. This is dumb. All for money. All for money. So not all of this stuff done been said about, Adria bringing Misha forward and Misha having this story and Adria correlating this story to say, yes, I took strawberries off this person and whatnot, though none of this stuff has ever been mentioned besides for recently. Then all of a sudden, here comes Misha. Then she decides to go and say this last night. Shout out to All Our Access. I'm going to listen to that clip that we just played one more time. the sense of control when we're sitting over here saying Adria is clearly controlling Misha like a puppeteer.
You know you said that shit, bitch. And if I'm lying, Misha, I brought you out, and I'll take you out at the same goddamn time, because you ain't in my lawsuit, bitch.
So Misha doesn't matter because she's not in your lawsuit? Well, that's weird. I'm like, well, why wouldn't Misha matter? Isn't she telling the truth? So Misha, if you take her down, that means you're saying, I can pop you for lying. What other way would she be able to take Misha down besides coming forward telling all of y'all that Misha's lying? Come on, y'all, we got to use our brain. We got to use our brain. If she's saying that she can take Misha down, what do you think she's referring to? So, Adria, you're not that bright, because if you were, you wouldn't say things like this. Y'all should be pushing this story to where there is no possibility of either one of y'all being dishonest. So you think, I brought you out, I'll take you down. You brought her out with this story and you'll take her down with it. Meaning that you know things of this story to not be true. That's admitting it, right? You're literally speaking without speaking. Because there should be no way to take her down with the story, because y'all said that the story's true. She was even saying in this live about parts of the story about her, sucking her strawberries off of her and stuff like that. Well, if she was sucking strawberries and stuff off of her, then that is true. There's no way of making it anything other than what that is. If, y'all want to be believed. But you don't keep changing the story. Okay? Misha was introduced to Tanya Rubin on YouTube. She did not know her before that. But let's get into this. Is it at this point? Let me see. 21.
Them strawberries off of her breast. I acknowledge that. A pedophile will run from it. I acknowledge that.
So she doesn't feel like because a P word, because she acknowledged that she did it. Please hit the like over 800 in the building. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. 341 likes. Thank y'all so much for double tapping that screen. Thank you everybody for super stickers and super chats. I swear I'm not ignoring you. I'll try to find them. I love you. Shout out to all the members. I love you guys. I just want to keep the commentary going because I don't want to keep losing my spot. Right? I was shocked. I just send them. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So so she says a pedo, a Pedialyte wouldn't acknowledge this. That's how you know I'm not one. What? What are you talking about? So it's okay to do it as long as you're willing to admit it? Is that what you're saying? It's cool to do stuff to minors as long as you admit it, because a pedo wouldn't. What? That's not a justification. Wow. What's she saying? She justifies it. I couldn't believe this. I said, girl, shut your mouth and please stop talking. Thank you so much, Shelly's Page, 1970, for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I love you.
Them strawberries off of her breast. I acknowledge that. A pedophile will run from it. I acknowledge that. All of a sudden, Lionel B is saying, Natasha.
Hold on, get into this. Get into this. That was 21.
Them strawberries off of her breast. I acknowledge that. A pedophile will run from it. I acknowledge that.
So she acknowledges that she's done pedo things, but I guess she's reborn. I guess she's not willing to. I guess she's not going to do them anymore. But she's saying yeah, I did it. Then how are you saying that Misha's story is a possibility that you could take her down with the story like it's not true? So wouldn't that part not be true too? Because what is given is part of you trying to say part of the story is real, but you know the rest of no. So this is the part that's real. Then the part of you, you definitely because she said that she was the girl on the table, but she wasn't the person on the table. Like, and then she couldn't even figure out if she's the one who, if Misha's the one who pooped on stage, or if it was Alan Carter. Girl,
All
the
of a sudden, Lionel
lies
B
are
and
on and
Natanya wants
on.
to speak to you. I'm like,
So okay. 2319. Let's get into it. Hold on. 2319. This really tripped me out.
For an interview, had once 2,500. Some people right, but they don't want to give me $1. And then when I ask you to share my Cash App, you guys all act like I'm some thirsty bitch that I need to survive. When I give you guys my time is the only commodity we can't get back, people. So when I spend 20 minutes or an hour or 10 minutes, whatever it is, on live with you guys, that's an hour I'm not getting paid for. Some of you guys work jobs, right? You understand my.
That doesn't make any sense as a victim. This is what I'm saying. Like, why they not act like you are not being paid? You're not like a Sexy Red, Beyonce, or anybody like that. Those people do get paid just because of their stature, their artistry, just who they are. They're not going around being because one of the dumbest things that you can do, like the liar B, that was the one of the dumbest things you could do is pay someone, a victim, to come onto your show and talk about their how this is why Diddy is one of the reasons he's sending private investigators and having them talk to content creators is because when you pay someone to bring them on your show, then you how do we not know that you're not paying them to say the things that they're going to say? So she get up there and say all of this stuff about Justin Bieber and Diddy and Usher and how do we know that you did not pay her to say these things about these people? That's why it's better to not pay them. You don't pay people to talk about anything that, and the same thing with Misha. Why would you pay Misha to come and talk about trauma? So how do we know as an audience that you didn't pay her to say these things? And then Adria says, Liar B paid her, and then as shows kept doing better and better, he paid her again to come do a part 2 and gave her money on the end. You don't pay people to talk about stuff like that. So then here comes Misha. The story dried up. So Adria went and got Misha so that Misha could get in and own this money too. But it was once again with the mentality that she has, pimp. We thought she was about to pimp the girl. Like he give you this money to come on here and talk about this, but you giving me this percentage or you giving me this much, and what this is what she doing in the background. Literally. She says out of her own mouth, hold on, where the time stop at? Hold on, let's get into it. 25, come with receipts. 25 right here. Right here, that's one of the dumbest things you can do. Especially a victim. Now, you come talk about an album or something like that, or their time in the industry, cool. But talking about trauma and stuff like that, no money should be on the table.
So at the end of the day, so he was managing all of y'all.
Talking about Liar B.
He wasn't mad. Listen, let me tell you how it happened. Lionel B contacted me just like you did. Yes, absolutely. Wanting an interview. Absolutely. I was also a fan of Lionel B like I was a fan of your show. Mm-hmm. And remember when you contacted me and wanted an interview, I said, I'm a fan. I watch All Access Viral Media already. Yes. I can't believe you want to interview me. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Lionel B. I said, wow, I watch you, Lionel B. I can't believe you want me to interview. You do? For sure. Did the one interview, the numbers went crazy. Because he gave me money up front and rev share.
Yeah, you don't pay people. You don't. No. No, they interview for free. The interview is supposed to be free. When Meg Thee Stallion went around talking about what happened to her with Tory Lanez, did nobody pay her? Hell, Good Morning America, they didn't pay her. Because then it seems biased. It seems like, so did you pay her to say the stuff she said on your show? Now, you can do favors, like give them like little baskets and, if you're gonna bring somebody onto your show, you pay for their makeup and their hair to get done. When there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. There's no issue. That's not you paying them. They're about to be on camera one night. You want to make sure they look good. Okay, that's fine. When you go to Good Morning America, they make sure there's makeup artists, hairstylists, stylist, all of that. 100%. Now you could do it on your own if you bring your own team, or they'll have a glam team for you. So yeah, there's nothing wrong. That's not payment. No, that's you about to go on camera. We want to make sure you look good. When Azriel Clary and all of them went on there, they dialed them up. They dressed them up. They made sure that they looked good. When they sat down and they looked amazing. Azriel looked good. Joyce and Lynn looked great. Yeah, so that's just what that were. So yeah, that's not payment. That's just you coming to sit down and tell your story. So that is weird that you would pay. You should have had to. This is trauma that's being discussed. If this was an artist or an actor or someone like that has a stipend, like you gotta pay me this for me to come through, whatnot, it's no different than like it's business. It's like having a bar. You're not whatever artist is coming is not just gonna come for free. Like you pay them, but that's for something completely different. You're not paying victims. Like, imagine walking up to somebody, hey, let me pay you ... so you can come talk about the most deplorable things that have ever happened to you in life. No, you don't pay someone for that. And a victim should not want to be paid for it. Awareness has no price. You cannot put a price on awareness, on full free promotion. If you wanted your story to get out there, you wouldn't charge anybody. That's why people shouldn't have to pay her. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're a victim. Like, what is... You don't have a price. Like, no. Me as a victim, I'm not about to go around charging people if they wanted to hear about my story. Like, if somebody just happened to be famous, and did things to me, if I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it for free. Like, I'm not going to charge you for that. Like, especially if I'm trying to create awareness, especially if I'm trying to have a teachable, educational moment, and whatnot. Like, I'm not going to go through any of that. Like, to me, that's crazy, But to some people, I guess you can put a price on trauma, because you're not supposed to do that. Like that, you shouldn't have paid her a dime to say anything, because now I question everything that she said wherever she's went, because that means, and then she said, then they not trying to pay me nothing. They shouldn't be. What are you talking about? What? Natanya has an actual story, and her story comes from almost 20 years ago. And she's not sitting there triggering people talking about essay and, and stuff like that's not what her story is. So she's charging people, and then the Jaguar is just a fucking psycho. So she charged, and people paying her to come on there for what? That I look at the content creators paying her stupid, because what are you paying for? Like, you're not giving your audience anything real. She's been talking for years, but nothing has been proven. Nothing that she has ever said. So what are you paying for? This is why I also blame the creators when they bring the Adrias and Mishas and whatnot, because it's your responsibility to vet these stories and make sure that they are credible. There's no credibility to any of these stories. Nothing. Nothing. This is why it's thirsty. This is why it's just like, oh, I don't care if we can't improve. Oh, well, let's just go. Like, that's crazy. Like, why would you do that? As a creator, you're supposed to do your due diligence, to make sure that there's credibility to this big story that you are about to bring forward. And then bringing no receipts, no actual proof, and then the proof that you do bring get popped to people like, nope, that's not true. That's not her, blah, blah, blah. And then when people have a bunch of questions, they're victim bashing. They're victim shaming. All of this because you've brought a story forth that makes no sense and there's no proof behind. There's no validity here. There's no credibility. And then you're also bringing an agent of chaos as one of the receipts, and that's Adria. Like, this is stupid. Like, it's amateur. If you would have done your vetting and whatnot, then you would have realized there's no truth to pretty much this. So at this point in time, I'm just going to pass. There's plenty of people that have stories that have never been played out here. It's not that they're being ignored. It's that there's no proof. Like, you're just sitting here just saying shit. And then it's too much stuff on that one thing called the internet. So you're on the internet, looking up other people's stories and whatnot, adding similarities and whatnot, and then just hopping on being interviewed and what? What? She went around talking about Justin Bieber, and Justin Bieber ain't never said anything negative about Diddy. Ever. Ever. But she knows these things to be true. Don't even fucking know Justin. What proof she got? She don't. But we just supposed to just believe her? Why? Why? Because it's weird that all of these victims that's out here, y'all the only ones talking. Y'all the only ones talking. And y'all want to be paid for talking? All of these victims, Busby found over 100 and some of them. But you got Adria and Misha, the only ones talking. And it just so happened that they're seeking payment, and all whether it's via Cash App, whether the content creators is paying them. No, you're profiting off of trauma, and then off a story you can't even prove that is yours. That's disgusting. Like, that's crazy. And then the creators just eating it up. Interview with this person. Like, what y'all interviewing them like they legit. Like, it blows me. Like, I'm just like, wow. Like, I mean, wow. Shout out to Donna Brooke. She says, I'm older, Sean, but no hag. I love you. She says, you so handsome. God bless. Oh, thank you. Bless you too. I love you. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for the super sticker. Shout out to Danny Drews for gifting a membership. Shout out to Danny. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Well, let me try to catch him because I'll be feeling bad. Shout out to Natasha Holiday for gifting. A super sticker. Thank you so much. And shout out to Shelly Sage as well. Is there anybody else? I don't want to miss nobody. I don't want to miss nobody. I don't want to miss nobody. Okay, I think we're good. Unless they disappeared. But I love you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so we found out that there was payment. Now let's keep listening.
I'm not doing anything for free. He gave me a back-end deal. Mm-hmm. And so I said, well, after the numbers went up, I'm like, shit. Then he was like, let's do part 2. That's why I was like, I'm going to put on the white dress and let him know. Let him see she did his motherfucker.
So she said she was going to put on a white dress and show them that I'm Diddy in this. You're Diddy now? Aren't you a victim? I would never call myself my predator. I would never represent myself as the person that did what they did to me. And then to state, I put on all white. For what? Because you said you went to a white party? Like, what do you have all white on for? Because Diddy used to wear white? What do you think that's proof or something?
Then after that went good, I was like, you know what? We doing good together. Why don't you just manage me? All these calls I'm getting, I'm too busy to answer. I'm driving, I'm over here taking care of a son.
So she was making a decent amount of money off of Liar B, who she's coined him Liar B. Why argue with her? So she makes the coin with him. She wanted to keep making that coin. Oh yeah, why don't you be my manager? Let me be your manager. So yeah, why don't you just manage me and all this since we're making all of this money together? And then who comes? Misha.
Dog, this and that, trying to stay cute. Why don't you manage me and all the calls that coming out direct to you? You work out a deal and then let me know. I asked him. He said I'm with it. He gave me a contract. We was locked in. I said,
So he gave her a contract. Are you a manager or a YouTuber? I wish the girl.
It automatically renewable every year unless either party decides to cancel. I was happy with Lionel B.
But yeah. So isn't she like legally binded to him? Adria, it seems like you always want to pimp. Seems like you just go around looking all these. Some people have daddy issues. You have pimp issues. Like somebody always pimping you. Like it's always got to be a nigga leading the way for you. Like are you really just don't believe in yourself? Like, or what? And again, all of this language that she's using it in front of her teen son, which I think is disgusting. To be saying a lot of these things that she's about to say, because we're about to get into it.
Yeah, plans for January and all that. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until he put me on the live and had his girlfriend, weird ass, ugly ass, fat or skinny bitch. She either fat or she's skinny. Either one. And his weird ass sister get on there and think that they're gonna drop their cash apps in the middle of a live that has something to do with me.
So she dropped him because his sister or girlfriend, whoever, I don't know, don't care, was allegedly dropping their cash apps in the live that was about her. So she feels like if anybody cash app should be being dropped, I should be the only one making money. Why are they taking my money? So since they taking my money, you fired. I thought this was about hitting Diddy. I thought this was about being a victim. When did this become about money? When did this become about that? Because this is crazy. Because even All Access Media, Mike, he paid her to come on too. I heard it was like $100 or something like that. I'm not sure, but he paid her too. And she admitted that when she was just stating how she told Mike, just like she told Liar B, if I'm not doing nothing for free, like if I'm coming on your show, you paying me. So everywhere pretty much she's went pays her. Everybody paying her. Everybody. If you want to talk to her, you got to pay her. Which blows me because I'm wow. That is pathetic. That is pathetic because that's what it makes it look like. It looks like you're not telling the truth. You're just running around trying to make money. Like that's all. You filed the lawsuit so that you could interview, so that people could pay you, so that you could have something to stand on. Because when she was going around to people like Tasha K and others, she really had nothing besides one picture of her in white, and she could have been at the park. Who knows? Like that's really all she had. So that lawsuit is like, okay, a lawsuit, and then I'm just gonna run wild, run ragged, and run around to everybody. He paid her 50. Okay, was it 50? I don't know exactly. I don't know. But she was paid. I know she was here just cause.
Misha, Jaguar, and Tanya, these bitches are irrelevant to the whole scenario. So I didn't understand it. And then he kept muting me.
Please hit the like. Over 1,000 people in the building. Please hit the like.
So I said, once he did that.
Okay, yeah, we don't care anymore about that. Let's get into this. Where is it? Let's get into this part. Shout out to All Viral Access Media. Mike Lair, if y'all want to watch this in its entirety, go over to All Viral Access Media. Absolutely. Tell them I sent you. Okay, wait, is that 30/20? Okay, wait.
Diddy gave me the $2 million a month Young Miami deal. Why couldn't I? That's why I don't understand.
Oh, this proves the motive that I stated yesterday. Shout out to Hollywood SC. Thank you for the super sticker. She says they don't have to broadcast unless the true motive is to get help and help for others like them. Beginning with looking for help for resources themselves, not to run to YouTube for a cash app. And I couldn't agree more. And like, this is just not the way to go about it. I mean, if people want to support people, they have that right? But it's how you go about it. How she's going about it is avoid it, you know. This is just a really bad way to go about it. And here's more proof of everything is about money. I've stated before, I don't feel that Adria is a victim. I feel that Adria is complicit. She very so much was. She was complicit. She was down for everything that was happening to her. She was just upset that she felt like Diddy and them lied to her. She didn't get what was being promised, which was, you know, like deal, stuff like that, and whatnot. And let's get into the proof right here.
That's it. That's all. Pink. Y'all ain't trying to get me killed out here. Y'all ain't got the target on your back.
I'm doing that pink cocaine, all types of stuff, right?
Man, I wish Diddy $2 million a month Young Miami deal. Why?
Says she wished Diddy gave her the $1 million a month Miami deal. I thought you ain't scared of this man? Like, why? That's all it take is money?
I couldn't get that. I don't understand. If it's about fucking and sucking or getting your ass taken to get on, I did all that. Why y'all didn't let me be on, Justin?
She said if it takes sucking and to get on, why didn't y'all put me on? Literally, we said yesterday about her over here. Literally. She was down. She was complicit with everything that was going on. Everything. When she was kicking it with Diddy and them. The parties, all of that stuff. Doing whatever she had to do. Getting and sucking everybody. She was down. She was cool. Well, all of that. If that's what it was taking to get down, then why didn't I get what Justin Bieber got? Because y'all did the same thing to him, but look, he blew up. Y'all did the same thing to me, but I didn't. This is exactly what she's saying right now. Like, word for word. And that was just a prediction. I'm like, I really feel like she's complicit. Like, that's the energy she gets. And she's just scorned. And, because she didn't get what she wanted, that they told her.
Well, I'm speaking on that. He was at the parties before he was president, taking part in activities that weren't presidential. That's it. That's all. Pink. Y'all ain't trying to get me killed out here. Y'all the target on your back.
I'm doing that pink cocaine,
right here.
All types of stuff, right?
Man, I wish Diddy gave me the $2 million a month Young Miami deal. Why I couldn't get that? That's why I don't understand. If it's about fucking and sucking or getting your ass taken to get on, I did all that. Why y'all didn't let me be on? Justin did it. Y'all let Justin get on. I don't understand why I did it. You just didn't let me get on.
There you have it. Diddy could call her right now and offer her something, and now that is what I believe will make her an agent of chaos. Because I don't believe Diddy has anything to do with her. Diddy don't have nothing to do with her. Nothing. He don't know. I don't even feel like he know her like that. Like, I feel like he wouldn't even remember her. Type of situation. And he could call her right now for her something, whether a record deal, a contract doing something and whatnot, and she'll completely flip. Now that is an agent of chaos. Like, I would like working for Diddy, like he's sending an agent of chaos. That's what I would say about that. But because he could call her for real. I feel like he could call her right now and be like, look, go online, tell everybody that she was lying, go tell them this, and go stick up for me, and whatnot. And I believe she'll come forward and apologize. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The stuff I saw Diddy, wasn't true, and whatnot. And he was actually a good dude. I really feel like she would do it. I would. In a heartbeat. Diddy have somebody from his team reach out to her and was like, look, I'm gonna give you this money now. Go live and say da-da-da. When you're done, I'm gonna give you some more. And then have her go around and, recant all of the things that she said about Diddy. Literally. I can see that. I could see her flipping, like literally flipping the script and going the whole opposite way if Diddy would act her. I could see it. Yeah, without a doubt. She did that's all she wanted. If y'all would have just put me on, you wouldn't have to worry about no lawsuit. You wouldn't have to worry about none of this stuff. You if it took just getting banged and whatnot, I did all that. Y'all, tore my booty hole out and all of that, and I sucked. I did everything I was supposed to do. And y'all didn't put me on. Y'all put Justin on, he blew up. So that's it. Literally, you just explained your lawsuit. This is a cash grab. She is not a real victim. And I've been feeling like, and I feel like she's a complicit party. So I don't, in my eyes, this isn't a Diddy victim. This is somebody that was complicit at Diddy parties and now, has had this grudge against him. And since he's going through what he's going through right now, being an opportunist and taking this time to try to capitalize off of his name. Now, since she realized that the lawsuit ain't working, besides the fact of, her filing one, she's not making any money, okay? The lawsuit didn't bring her what she thought it was going to bring. So even the content creators that are paying her, they're not paying her like the lifestyle change type of money. She's still in that car and she's still from hotel to hotel, okay? So she's not getting that coin like, she's supposed to. And mind you, when she's saying these things, her son is standing right there.
I got the target on your back.
I'm doing that pink cocaine, all types of stuff.
Man, I wish Diddy gave me the $2 million a month Young Miami deal. Why I couldn't get that? That's why I don't understand. If it's about fucking sucking or getting your ass taken to get on, I did all that. Why y'all didn't let me be on? Y'all let Justin get on.
So it's like there's no empathy or sympathy for Justin. It's like, if anything, she's like jealous of Justin, within that moment. Like, y'all let him get on. Y'all did. Like, I thought you said you cared about kids. I thought you just, everything is about the kids. So, okay, well, Justin was allegedly a kid, a teenager when all of that stuff was going on. So where's the sympathy, for him in that moment? There is none. There isn't. She don't know anything about her Justin. She had never heard of Justin Bieber before in her fucking life. Please. And mind you, she was booted and suited in the 90s. The late 90s, 2000, like late 90s, 2000. So when she talked about all of these other dates and stuff, she was never around Diddy. Like, what are you talking about? How can you say anything about Justin Bieber when you already booted? Like, you weren't even in the crew no more. Like, what are you talking about? That wasn't even dealing with you. Per your lawsuit, you weren't around for no Justin Bieber or nothing like that. You talk about Chris Brown and all that stuff. She weren't around. Like, what are you talking about? That's why you can't, because most people ain't nowhere in the world you're going to be around a Chris Brown and not take a picture. I see Chris, even if he ain't paying attention, click. I'm in the picture. She naming all of these people, the Trey Songs, and all, you don't know any of these people. What are you talking about? Like, what? You don't know these people? But you're naming them. Yeah. She put those names in that lawsuit so that when people will try to interview her and stuff, she could feel like she has credibility because it's a lawsuit. You know? But no, this is literally a money grab. This is why I say going to sue her. Diddy is going to sue her, and I'm all for it. All for it. Now, if Diddy team or people don't get to her and get her to drop the suit based off of whatever compensation they're willing to compensate her with, to get her to just go away, so because they're not doing those settlements in court and stuff like that, they're not doing nothing like that with her. They will fight her before they settled with her. The people Diddy was going to settle with happened. The only other lawsuit I think Diddy may settle for it to go away is Dawn Richard's. That's it. That is it. Nobody else buddy. Nobody buddy. So that's it. Dawn Richard, maybe her. Like that a lawsuit, I feel like will go up under the bridge. You know. So, but I could see Dawn getting a settlement. I could see that. I could see Diddy working that out. And I believe that because remember, he allegedly they found the prosecution had a cell raid and found evidence that he had Kalina contact as Kalina could go live and onto social media and basically refute Dawn's story, poke holes into her lawsuit, you know, and whatnot. So that means that he cares about Dawn's lawsuit. He ain't poking and picking on Adria's. And he ain't doing none of that because he don't give a fuck about her. And he knows that he could get rid of her lawsuit. It's trash. And she doesn't even have anything in discovery besides one photo. Like what I gather is like one photo, and that's her in that white. Okay. You really think that it's not, I don't think it's going to make it to discovery. I don't even think it's going to get that far. I think the judge will throw this log out. All it would take is for Diddy's attorneys to acknowledge it, and they already have. So since they acknowledged it, they can't make it seem like, oh, we have no idea, blah, blah, blah. I'm not being served. He in prison. It's the best time to serve him. As far as I'm concerned, I don't even think Diddy has been served with Adria's lawsuit. Why is nobody asking her about that? You are responsible for getting the person served. If you don't do it, then your attorneys will. You are responsible for getting a person served. Correct. There are people you contact, whether it's the sheriff or whatever. You are responsible for making sure that they get it. Correct. Notice that she don't have a court date. That's her case. It hasn't even went into a discovery or anything. It hasn't even gotten that far because she ain't did nothing she's supposed to do. She running around online interviewing. Why has Diddy not been served? Why? Diddy's team acknowledges that there's lawsuits, but they're not literally saying with her. Besides the rep saying that it's a money grab, Diddy has to be served. You have to serve him the information, and he in prison. So this is the best time to serve him. He ain't going nowhere. This is the best time to serve him. Diddy has not been served with her lawsuit. She does not have a pending coming court date. She refers to the May 5th court date of Diddy's trial, not her lawsuit. There is no court date. It didn't even made it past discovery. You got to get past that before it even goes into the actual court. As of right now, it's just paper sitting there. And until you get Diddy served, and I can only do that for so long because the judge will just throw it out just because of non-movement. Like ain't been no movement. She hasn't gotten anybody served. She hasn't contacted us. None of the stuff. She has not updated anything. Throw it out. If it hasn't been thrown out already. Ooh, that's what I'm gonna check. Ooh, that's what I'm gonna do on Monday. On Monday, I'm gonna call and see if it got thrown out already. Because there might even be thrown out. Again, he has to be served, all of this stuff. You only have a certain amount of time to do these things. Lawsuits don't just sit there for years. Now, you can go back and forth with somebody with a lawsuit for years. Or you can do that. I am that Hugh. Any other questions? Because I have the same one for you. Who the fuck are you? You keep coming here asking the king why he the king, because I just am. Like, what about it? Ew. So, yeah, pop them. Thank you. Pop them. Get little Donnie hee ha ha. Get Willie D and on disability. And then my girl. Thank y'all. So, yeah, so.
Didn't you just didn't let me get on? If you wanted to say you did it because you wanted to do it, all right, well, you never let me on.
Shout out to Glamon. She says, that's right, Sean. However, Adria has Diddy served. She has to have a receipt showing it has been done. And you do get a piece of paper stating person has been served, and it's also updated in the paperwork when a person has been served. You have to serve them. She has done none of that. No, her attorney, her original attorney, oh, what is her name? She was working on getting Diddy served at that point in time. But then it ranges by state, because with some states, all you have to do is have it mailed, because you can mail a certain, the paper. And even if they don't respond or, get it or anything, you're still responsible. You still have to go to court. Like, you still do. That's how Diddy got popped by old boy, the one that's in prison and sued Diddy for $100 million. And Diddy missed the court date or whatever. He said he was served because in his state, all you have to do is pretty much like certified mailing and things like that. He had it sent to Diddy. So, because the judge had to have had proof that he served Diddy in some way, shape, or form. If Diddy wasn't served, then that would have been stated. So he had to have been served for them to grant him the judgment of $100 million. So that means like, yep, he did everything you're supposed to do. He been served, all of that stuff. You ain't come to court, and it's virtual. You popped, and did it. So then that's when our lawyers came back and argued and said like, look, he wasn't properly served. His stature, So of course they're just like, okay, yeah, we'll overturn it, and that's what happened. So he would have to, I guess, try to sue again. No, it did get thrown out. It got overturned. So they reversed the money. They reversed the judgment. So instead of it being $100 million that Diddy owed, he owed zero. They didn't just throw the case out. Like, yeah, no, he won. But he didn't base it off of making sure a person was properly served, because even sending a certified mail, again, it could get lost in on the way. It doesn't mean that he got that piece of paper. It does not mean that there's no true guarantee that he got it. So since now, if he was properly served, meaning that an officer or a process server pop him, that's when they walk up to you and be like, you say your government name, and then when you turn around and look at him and be like, what? Hey, what? Then they hand you a piece of paper. That way, you can't fight it. Then Diddy, he wouldn't have had no excuse. That judgment would have been, oh boys, he would have won that $100 million judgment because, no, you were served and you were properly, so we know you knew about it. We know you knew about it. But sometimes people do sue people underneath the radar, and state to state is different protocols. So it is easier to get it overturned if you were not properly served. It's not that you wouldn't have fought the case, it's just you didn't know about it. So yeah, and that's how it got overturned. So when it comes to Adria, she hasn't even served Diddy. Nothing. She ain't did nothing she's supposed to do. Nothing. Not at all. Craziness. But she online, my case. Can you serve him? Because what is that you just put the lawsuit in the system so that it's there? Because I don't feel like she has any energy planned on fighting Diddy with this case. Absolutely not. Shout out to Clarissa. Thank you so much for being a member. Welcome to the crew. Shout out to my baby Josie Lawyer. Hold on, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. She says, I can say the same thing. Josie says, I was at a white party. I have proof to show I was there, but nothing happened to me. She's lying. I agree. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Josie. Yeah, I agree. Anybody can say that. Just like I was saying yesterday, I can come forward right now and say that I'm a John Doe. I can say that I'm a John Doe. I can say things happen to me. I can say that the movie Training Day is based off of me. Denzel Washington was Diddy, and I was the white man actor. He was a good actor. I just can't remember his name. That was me. They based that movie off of us because that was our whole day. You know, I could do thing. It doesn't mean I'm telling the truth. You would just hope that I'm not lying. That's what most people do. They would just hope that, you know, like, I really hope he's not lying because, like, that's crazy to say that type of stuff. You know, when I was like, Ethan Hawke, thank you, Tresta. Tresta, are you correcting me? Girl. Tresta, don't act like you just knew. Tresta, don't act like you didn't go to Google. Tresta, don't do that. Don't act like you ain't go to Google. You didn't just know that, girl. You did not just know Ethan Hawke like that because Ethan Hawke is not in a whole bunch of movies. Now, he only about 2-3 movies, girl. I knew, yeah, whatever. But, girl, please. Talk about, I knew, no, you didn't. Her smart mouth. Ugh. She get on my nerves. She just had to say something. I didn't ask for his name, trust a girl. She be waiting to correct people. Get on my nerves. That's my girl, though. She lucky she my girl. She lucky she my girl. She lucky she my girl. And I'm a girl. Moderator's time out. I'm just kidding. So, yeah, so I could do that too. And y'all would hope, you know, like, oh, I really hope Sean ain't lying about this because that'd be crazy. Because I really like his channel. And I really don't want to have to cancel him. I really don't. I really don't. Thank you, sexy kid. We know. Y'all tried. And then look at Carly talking about some, he was in Daybreakers. Carly, I did not ask you that, girl. Oh my goodness. Look at y'all. Y'all got y'all nerve. Don't try to make it look like he part of ARC, like we accepted him. No, we didn't. Nah. He is not Robin Thicke and what's his name? Now y'all can tell me the name. From The Bodyguard. What's his name? Now we accepted it them. They could come to the picnic. Kevin Costner, that's his name. Nah, I beat y'all. Kevin Costner. He could come to the barbecue and I'm a girl. But these other girls, like Ethan, we don't want you around food. But hey, no, not at all. Not at all. No. Yes, John B could come to the barbecue. He could have a plate. I mean, he done stole enough from us. I mean, he might go ahead because he a little piece of cute. So, you know, John B, hey, John B, sing our song or leave. Before you bounce to that brat, I'm gonna need the chorus. Now, y'all can say, we're gonna put him to work. You know, they can come around us. Yes, Eminem could come to the barbecue if he wanted to do the whole 8 Mile movie over in front of us. And he let me be Brittany Murphy. Yes. Yes, rabbits. Rabbits. Yeah. You come on. Come sit down. But before you do, like, yeah, do you only get one shot? Do not miss your chance. Go ahead, your turn. Like, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Do that song you did with Rihanna, The Bed Set on Fire. Do that song. So, yeah, that's what they're. Guess what? I'm gonna be Britney. Yeah. Shout out to Ryan Gosling. He could come sit down. We like a little piece of Rosalind. Yes, I call him Rosalind. And I'm a girl. And he married Puerto Rico. So, yes, he go with that one beautiful woman. Oh, what's her name? She is gorgeous. Is it Eva something? Eva something. She is beautiful. She was in a lot of movies. Is it Mendez? I want to say Mendez, but that may not be right. But she's beautiful. My favorite movie of hers has been in All About the Benjamins. Oh, it's me. Okay, good. So, yes, All About the Benjamins with Mike Epps. She was so cute in that movie. I loved her in that movie. So, yes, I loved her. I'm like, oh my God, I love her. So cute. So, yeah, she's really pretty. Beautiful body, all of that. So, yeah, y'all, that's who he got kids with, girls. I think it's 2 little girls. They're so cute. But yeah, so yeah, he married Puerto Rico. So So I think that's cute. I think that's cute. That he married Puerto Rico. So yeah, because you would have just thought that he would have, he's like all American type of actor, blonde hair, blue eyes, type of thing. So you would think that he would find, the same thing, blonde hair, blue, type of situation. But then no, y'all, he got a little piece of Eva girl. She's in Fast and Furious. Yes, I remember her. In that too. Yes, I like her. So moving right along. Jason Momoa. No, we divorced him when what's the name? When the Cosby, when Denise when Denise divorced him, so did the black community. Okay? Aquaman, Aquaboy, no. Absolutely not. He weird. So yes, one night stand and move on. Nah. Yes. Now Denise Huxtable divorced him, and when she did, so it just is what it is. He should have stayed married for her. He should stay married for her. Lisa had him out there in a trailer. She took everything. I said, I know that's right, Denise. Yes, Denise took everything. She girl. Denise said, while he was beaming, I was beaming, and my beaming just beaming. Believe that I call Aquaman cheating. So, and I'm a girl, yes. I'm gonna fillet this fish. Give me back my fillet of fish. Give me that fish. So, yeah, she took everything. She had him in the camper. Girl, Aquaman was living in a camper. Girl, that's what that work. I'm telling you, she took, when I say Denise took everything, yes, I call her Denise. When Denise Huxtable took everything, she took everything. Toothbrushes, dry towels, clothes. She ain't set none of it on fire. She just locked the door and the gate and stood in front of it and said, I dare you. I dare you. Yeah, make a flood. Use your powers. Because that'll be about the only way. That'll be about the only way, Aquaman. That'll be about the only way. I would. And they have some. I think they had like 2 kids together. Cute kids too. The boy looks just like Jason. He's just like him. Yeah. Them genes are strong. So yes. Channing Tatum. She's with the daughter, right? But that's Zoe Kravitz. That's Lenny baby. Jason and her have. I think it's a boy and a girl. I think. I'm not sure. I know what. Yes, I did hear that they broke up. I did hear. Channing Tatum face don't move no more. Channing was cute, and because I just saw him in a new X-Men movie. I was like, Channing, oh my God. I used to have the biggest crush on Tatum. Like back in the day in the movie, like She's the Man and stuff like that. God, it was hard. He was so cute. Like, I thought Channing was so cute. I love She's the Man. With him and Amanda Bynes, it's like one of my favorite movies. But I thought he was such a cutie. I was just like, oh my God, he is so hot. But yeah, then after that, it's just like his face is real stiff, and it's like, what did he do? You and he and like Mike. I said, aren't you supposed to be being like sexy? Aren't you like, like something like that? It just wouldn't move. I was like, oh my God. And then he was over there in the X-Men movie, the Deadpool movie, with Wolverine, and he was Gambit. I was like, ew. Girl was like, ugh. I said, well, they chose you. Girl, I didn't appreciate that. I did not appreciate that at all. Because Gambit to be one of the little cute X-Men men, Him and Wolverine and Cyclops, they was cutely drawn. So in real life, they had to be fine. And y'all use Channing. His act was horrible. I had to put on the subtitles. I said, what the f you say? I said, not approved. Not approved. If y'all bring an X-Man back, y'all better bring that damn Channing. Leave him where he is at. Start over. Make them teenagers. Let's go get. Nah. All these new actresses and stuff out here, and y'all keep wanting to recycle the same people. Because Wolverine looked like he really dead. I said, ooh, Hugh is old as hell with this damn outfit on. These crackhead muscles. I said, oh my God. They said you can never retire. They done Kanye'd you, huh? They done Kanye'd you. I said, oh no, he dead. I thought, here they go with the multiverse and all that. I said, he supposed to be dead in every universe. Now, in the universe where he was Henry Cavill, the one, ooh, Lord, now he cute. Ooh, he cute, y'all. I said, ooh, now he supposed to be the next Wolverine. I can get into that. Okay, Henry Cavill, ooh, yeah. Now, I like him. He look good. I was like, ooh, now there's a cute ass Wolverine. He made a real cute Wolverine. I said, ooh, I can get into that. I'm ready to take my... Henry. Yeah, so I was, I started taking my clothes on. It's on TV. I said, ooh, yes, Lord, this was supposed to be. So, that's what that word. But no, they keep finding Hugh. I said, Hugh, I liked him dying in the last one. That made sense. He old as hell. And he look it. I said, no, y'all about to keep having this 56-year-old player a 22-year-old. Like, the Wolverine in the magazines is 22 forever 21. Got your damn nerve. This man was building at home somewhere in an ice bath. And y'all keep throwing him in movies. I said, oh, y'all got your, we done. Now we sick of him. Now too old for it. Now it's a such thing as that. I'm too old hanging out in the middle school playground. And that's what he give. This new generation don't need to be getting to his old ass. I said, yeah, we used to be attracted to the people that like the Peter Parkers and all that stuff back there. This little piece of cute, little piece of Tobey Maguire. Because, we really weren't feeling him. He was plain looking. And then he had took off his suit. We was like, ooh, look at Toby. Absolutely. So, Wesley Snipes, when he was first Blade, he was a little piece of cute. Now he look like a monster. He scared the hell out of me. He came around that corner. I said, ooh, 214. I said, yes, Wesley. You look better than Hugh. I said, you look better than Hugh, Wesley. Go on, Wesley. So, yes. So, I was just like, okay, I guess. I guess, but I'm like, we was actually attracted, to ours, Twilight, something like that, Edward, Jacob, they was a little piece of cute. Jacob, gorilla, and then werewolf, and then he cut his hair, then the muscles over. Like, yes, Bella, what does we do, girl? I'm like, oh my God, who we supposed to choose? Because Jake is fine as hell, but broke. So it's just like, And we got Edward, a little piece of pale, a little piece of skinny. But you know what they say about them skinny boys. So it's just like, girl. So I'm just like, girl, what is we gonna do? He is rich. Oh my God. If we pick Jacob, girl, we gonna be out here in the woods with mosquitoes, so we don't even like bugs, girl. But then, girl, we go over here be young forever, girl, and rich. Team Edward. So I was confused. Okay, I really wanted Bella because I had all the books. So I really wanted Bella to choose Edward because I wanted her to become a vampire because she wanted to become a vampire. Like I was like, I want what you want, girl. But Jake's so cute, So it's like I totally got because they were like polar opposites, Like Jake was like this like love-sick, hopeless romantic, but at the same time it's just like, it's like that's what you're getting from him. And then you get like, like Edward, like he's just super sweet and just like knows everything about me, and he just like wants to please me, like rich, So it was girl. It was a lot I didn't know what to do. I was like, Bella, what is we gonna do, girl? Who's we gonna sleep with? We should sleep with both of them. I'm like, yeah, both of them deserve to get it, girl, because you was over there with the dogs, and all of that stuff. I would have let both of them hit it. I ain't even gonna lie. I would have let both of them hit it. Ain't no way in the world I would have got married to Word and not get me a little piece of Jacob first. So yeah, I absolutely would have slept with both of them. Okay? And Bella had broke up with Edward. I'm like, girl, go sleep with Jacob, girl. Let him take our virtue. Like, girl, be a virgin for the rest of your life. Ew. So I'm just like, yeah, go bust down, Thana. Because I would have went over there and bust down. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I would have went over there and bust down. So, yes. What? Like, I would have bust down. And then I would have been with Edward. Because then we could sleep together forever, and I'm not a virgin. So I ain't got to worry about every time, my hymen come back every day. I don't have time for that. Okay? But Bella wanted to be pure. And I'm like, how you want to be pure for the dead? I'm like, girl, he dead. What? Girl, he dead. What does it matter? We need to sleep with somebody alive. I'm like, hello? Like, can we sleep with a heart? Can we lose our virginity to a heartbeat, please? I said the audacity to you. So, like, girl, I said, yeah, no. I want to sleep with somebody who heart beating. I ain't in a rush to sleep with the dead. Okay, please. I want to know what that life like. What's it like somebody they actually breathing when they on top of you? Like, I know. Nah, after that prom, she should have went over there down, thought she on a bus damn. That's what she wanted to do. But she wanted to wait and sleep with the cold and all of that. And Jacob was so warm. Yes, it was warm. So, yeah, it's like, girl, I'm like, girl, you got your nerve. I was sleeping with both of them. It just is what it Edward would have forgave us. He would have forgave us. You can't thoughts, you shouldn't be pressed. I'm like, you it ain't like you can hear me over there. Put her in that. Put her in that. Don't tell him, Jacob. Like, you ain't none of that. You hear none of that? Now, if you heard Jacob over here barking and all of that and howling and all of that, I'm fired. Like, of course, that's what you got to look forward to. That's what you got to forward to for eternity. Nah, head flip. So that's just what that word. That's why she got pregnant because she supposed to sleep with Jacob. Girl. But yeah, that's what it yes, barking and howling and all of that. That's hopeless. I got that good. Like, what did you expect? So that's just what that word. So guys. So y'all they are. Girl, they out here lying, girl. Girl, they out here lying. So yeah. Now y'all got me pushed to talking about something else. Oh well, it was fun. It was cute. It was cute. Remember where it says correct. Like that, So please hit the like, please hit the like. So what do y'all think about this? Hold on. I missed the part 2. I wanted to bring up the part when hold on. Is it right here?
The bitch was thirsty, fucked and sucked.
Ooh.
But the thing is, he didn't keep his end of the bargain. He didn't let me get on. Justin gave up his butt. He got on. I gave up my butt. Why I ain't get on?
She said all this in front of her son, mind you. Gross. Yes, it's Taylor Lautner. He had got real fat. He looks good again. And he's married. Oh, shout out to him. But yeah, he had got really fit again. Because I was like, Jacob? When I saw you last, you was now you far from. I said, Jacob, lay off the kibbles and bits. Off the Scooby snacks. Because I'm like, the hell. No, you're supposed to be fine for us. So, yeah, but then he got back and checked me like, yeah. Then he got married. So, shout out. Yeah, so she said that, she gave up her booty. She said, look here, I let him beat it out the frame. Okay? Okay? I let him tear it up. I'm in diapers like the hag now because of him. Okay? That's just what that word. That's just what that word. And she said, and I didn't get none of the stuff Justin got. None of it. Just like they aired him out, they aired me out too. But you know what I'm saying?
What you mean Justin gave up his butt? What you saying? Niggas done took his peanut butter?
Ooh, not
That's
peanut
what
butter.
you saying?
Yeah, Usher took him over there.
She said this stuff like this is not public. Like, how she act like she was there? That be the thing with me. She be saying, if you wasn't there, I don't care what you got to say, but you weren't there. You don't know what Diddy and Justin's relationship is. Yeah, it's a high probability that some inappropriate things happened when Diddy had took Justin Bieber. But we weren't there, including you. You weren't there either. You weren't there. There's no audio or video footage. Usher actually dropping Justin off. The frame begins, and you see Justin and Diddy having a conversation, stating what they're about, what they're doing, and yeah. The reason why I have always found the video weird is because of Ava Combs. If y'all pay attention to the Ava Combs video, when Ava had said, she was adopted by Diddy and, he told her to come in, come play with his turn, and all of that, introduce herself, like say her sign, how old she was, all of that. It was the same thing with Justin. It was the same thing. Justin was doing the same thing. He asked Justin how old he was, and whatnot, and say, that eventually he was going to get him this car. It would look like how it kind of felt like he was marketing or selling Ava. It felt the same way with Justin in that video. Like, it was kind of like he's my little possession. Do you want it? The highest bidder gets it. And that's kind of the energy that I was given with Ava. Like, yep, the adopted daughter, highest number gets it, who wants her, but subliminally, we looking at it like no big deal when it's kind of like a dark web, dark internet, type of thing, deep web, type of situation to where they actually auction, people off. That's why it's eerie. Cause I'm like, well, on the on the dark side of the web, on the deep web, they literally auction off the people that are being affixed. Sometimes they'll cover their heads and just show their bodies, and sometimes they'll show everything, but they'll say how old they are, they'll say their sign, they'll say things like how much they weigh, stuff like that, whether they're a virgin or whether they're not, things like that. And they'll sell them. So then the highest bidder or cryptocurrency, and stuff like will purchase said person, and sometimes they just dropped on the alleyway and they're waiting to pick it up, or sometimes it's brought straight to their house. It just depends, in the middle of the night, sneaking them in the back door. And, that's how a lot of women that have been found from ones that have gotten like pregnant, and stuff like that. It's that Stockholm to them being there for so long, and whatnot, to where it's hard for them to leave. They don't really know anything else. It's like they're so afraid. That's just like having, what is that called, algoria or something like that. You're like afraid of everything outside or to go outside. Kind of like gives you that because you aren't allowed to go anywhere. So some people get used to that, just being in one area. And as long as they're not being like super hurt, stuff like that, like physically, then a lot of them kind of just mentally get used to it. It feels like a relationship, but you have no consent in it. But you still treat the person like that. So if somebody try to like rescue you or arrest that person and whatnot, they would be arachnophobia. Isn't that for spiders? Agoraphobia. Okay, that is what it's called. Thank you. That is what it's called. Arachnophobia, that's spider, right? Brave Hag said Ava could have been thrown out a plane. I can pull Ava up right now on Instagram. Very so much alive and kicking. She's very so much alive. So that is bullshit. And her last post was, I believe it was October. So as far as I know, she's still alive. And she's not one of those people that like post every day. Like, she'll just randomly post thing. Oh, yeah. So that gives that she's fine. Because now she posted every single week, every single minute. And then the post just kind of just stopped. Then I think that would lead a person to be like, hey, is she all right? But if she sporadically posts, then her not posting for a while does not mean she was thrown out of a complaint. Yeah, the person that said it needs to be thrown out of a complaint. No parachute above cement. with cement below. That's just what that word. They need to skydive. Like that's what needs to happen. You jump out of a plane, no parachute. Weirdo. And I'm a girl. So Yeah, so you're just like saying things, you know, like it doesn't make true. Again, Diddy and Justin could have a completely fine relationship. They could make, what if nothing happened to Justin at all? We don't know. We're just going off of speculation, you know, me going off of assumptions, things that I've read, things that I've seen. So for her to be like, Usher took him there, how do you know that? How do you know? Like, did you watch Usher drop Justin Bieber off? Because you can't say you don't care about what people say that weren't there. But you feel like you get to talk on stuff that you weren't there. You sound stupid. Like if you wasn't there with Justin, then shut the fuck up. Why are you speaking on it? Why are you even saying anything about that man? Why? Me as a content creator, I'm speaking based off of assumptions, things that I think based off the stuff that I've seen. I am not connecting myself to these people. So that when I am saying stories or conspiracies or whatever we think may be true or not be true, it's not coming from a place of, I was there. I know these people. That's the thing with the Hag. The Hag make y'all think that back in the day that she was a failed background singer that sang for people back, Jay-Z, The Roots, and Common, that. And then y'all have to remember too, she didn't know these people. She did not know these people. Knowing of someone, meeting someone, a background singing for someone does not give you a connection to them besides that little connection right there. You're saying backup, that's it. That's where it starts, that's where it stops. Okay? But then she tries to use it to give herself validity and credibility for back in the day, I sang with. What does that mean? Just because you went to a person's party does not mean that you were violated if they violate. It does not mean that you were. You could have went to the party, had a great time, you know, and then left. Nothing happened to you. You didn't see nothing weird. You know, like that could absolutely happen. But then you have weirdos like the Adrias and the Mishas, because I got to put you in too, that will come forward and make it look like they experienced all of these things. And it's like you didn't. It's the same thing with Hagwire. That's why I call Misha and Adria the new Hags, because they do the same thing she does. It's no difference. No difference at all. Giving yourself a smidge of a connection to someone and then blowing it up. Giving somebody an inch and they make it into a mile. That is what she's done. That is what Misha has done. This is why they are foes. And people look like, oh, Hagwire. No, Hagwire ain't got nothing to do with it. She ain't got nothing to do with this. All she's doing is what they allow. That's why even Adria kept saying herself, like, yeah, Hag ain't got nothing to do with none of this. No, Hag ain't got nothing to do with it. She kept even saying it herself because it's true. Adria looking like I'm running all this shit. Hag ain't running a thing. I ain't got no problem with it, but she ain't running a good damn thing. I'm a grown woman. She ain't telling me to say shit. Like, and I believe that. I do. Now, I do believe that the Hag is responsible for Misha and Adria falling out. I absolutely do. Why didn't they sue Hag? Because she's crazy. But tell y'all the truth. The reason celebrities don't sue the Hag, no, not to say that they won't, but the reason that they don't sue her is because she is psycho. She is crazy. Nobody believes her because she is crazy. She is just that. She is caught, like, she has delusions of grandeur. She's been diagnosed with it. So her delusions are beyond hair. So when she's actually stating a story, she's actually stating a delusion. This is someone that has been off of her medication for years, someone that will not take her medication. If you pay attention to the times to where she did the medication, she was a different person. She really was. And that's why she had left the internet for like a year or two. Because when she first got with her husband, Goomba, she was taking her medication. So she just like disappeared from the internet and was, you know, basically enjoying her life, just kicking it, stealing her mom money, her SSI and retirement funds and spending them in hotels and Uber Eats and cigarettes and all of that. She is psycho. Okay? She's never went viral for telling the truth. So why would a celebrity worry about a crazy bitch going around spewing all of these things that she's never been a part of? And here's the thing about it. This is how you know that she's mentally ill, because it just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. A new victim well, not even a new victim, a victim that was being dangled off of the balcony by Diddy. Now she's about to find some type of connection to her. She's going to find a way. I remember when I was over on 3rd and Lenox, and Zeddy came up there and he hung my manager off the balcony for 3 minutes. Head was rushing with blood. It almost fell, but if I wasn't there when my homegirl Cynthia and Bernard, we pulled him back up because Zeddy let go. He let go, yo. He's dead. And if it wasn't for us grabbing him, we literally grabbed him by the Converses that they had out there. And he had on the white ones that had the blue trim around, and he only had one shoe tied up, yo. But we grabbed him, and then we pulled him over the ledge, and we sat him down, and we told him that if he's going to be doing this, he has to be careful, yo. You gotta be careful. And you stupid bitches will go around, hag the truth. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that there's nothing to sue her for what? Bitch, you crazy. You're like certifiable. Like it's to believe you have to question your own mental capability. Because you can literally see that she is fucking crazy. So why would a celebrity, and she has been diagnosed as mentally ill? We not YouTube doctors, or not. No, she is literally diagnosed with PTSD, bipolar, and visions of grandeur. So when she goes on these stories and says these stories, it's the delusion of her being ill. She is a very ill individual. Hi, different skin pain. I love you, friend. She's a very ill individual. Why sue that? You're not going to get far. Group homes will protect their own. Group homes will protect their own. Okay? So it's hard to take somebody certifiable to court. It's hard to do that. Because they crazy. So, it just becomes pointless, So I believe since she's not believed, it's easy for people to just ignore her, She's crazy. So, I mean, I can understand them not ignoring people that are credible, This washed up, ain't never made it as, like, girl. This nobody ass feel like, girl. Her flip. So it's just like, girl, like, if she only knew, shout out to why my family was talking about her like a dog on Thanksgiving. Because my family, like, they used to defend her. My family would call me and be like, why are you being so mean to her? All of this stuff. And I would always say to my family, I would be like, who is she? They'd be like, ain't she a singer? What's she sing? Crickets. I'd be like, what's she sing? Hurry up. What's she saying? Hurry up. Yeah, that make you think, don't it? I say, yeah, okay, girl. I say, yeah, you don't even like her. I'm like, you don't even know her. Like, I'm like, clearly. I'm like, yeah, what's she saying? Nah. I was over here arguing with Mary J. Blige, I would get it. I would understand. If I was over here arguing with Shaka Khan, I would get it. An actual star. I would understand. If y'all was calling me like, Sean, why are you over there doing Whitney Houston like that? Why you over there come and you and Aretha Franklin over there arguing like that? Be nice to Sierra. I would understand. I'd be like, okay. I get it. Because y'all know who that were. Y'all know who that were. Yeah. But when it comes to the hag, why are we believing her again? Yeah, okay. I see, not the one that flopped. Like, not the one, I mean, literally, like, you failed before you even got your foot all the way out the door. Your first video, you're a harlot. You're pregnant in it. Like, it's like, girl, ugh. Like, it's like, ew. I mean, and you wonder why you never made another video. I don't know. You had a whole kid. Like, I don't know. And that's just what that were. And that's just what that were. So, yeah, I was very confused by, my family, So now they realize, and and I didn't even have to tell them, not that, yeah, she crazy. That's all they say now. Oh, she crazy. So that lady is off her rocker. I say, y'all try to tell y'all. I tried to tell y'all. Now they don't say that at all. On Thanksgiving, we laid in. I was like, oh, family. Oh, hug me, hug me, hug me, hug me. Because now they get it. Now they're like, oh, okay. Now we see why you've been, coming out like that. That makes complete like, no, we get it. So, yeah, because they was like, you're trying to defend her. I said, ooh, not defend her. What's she saying? So yeah, so it's just a bunch of fabricated stories. That is why people don't sue her, because she is not believed. She's no credible source. A credible source can get sued. Like somebody like TMZ, Piers Morgan, me. People like that can get sued. That's coming forward saying certain things, right? That's how people like Tasha K and others, Milagro and others have been sued. But because they're credible sources, they look at Tasha like she does have credibility. They look at Milagro like, well, she does have credibility. So when they are saying certain things, because back in the day, publications and stuff like the National Enquirer and stuff, they would get sued a ton. That's how a lot of them got put out of business for all of the settlements and stuff that they were making with celebrities, because there was all type of people, all the celebrities suing, these magazines. People magazine, all of them, they done got sued, girl. They sure have. Look it up. Those celebrities was not playing. They would sue them immediately, and they would get really big paydays, celebrities, off of the magazines just publishing anything, putting it front cover, and whatnot, and its own talk shows and stuff like that, the gossip mills like Oprah and all those places. So yeah, there was a lot of losses back then. So now the magazine is just transferred to social media. We are now like the National Enquirers and stuff like that. So that's why we are liable for lawsuits and to be sued for defamation and other things. So yeah, I just think that it's a little crazy. So yeah, nobody's gonna sue her. I mean, you never know. Again, it's always possible, but like overall, I just don't think any celebrity takes anything that comes out of her mouth serious. I don't think that they look at her again as like the crazy auntie at the picnic, or the crazy auntie at the cookout. The one that's always rambling, saying all of these things that they can't prove. Like a aunt talking about back in the day, because she lived in California for a little bit. All of a sudden, back in the day, I used to kick it with the Supremes. And when I would get bored, I would kick it with Marvin Gaye and people like that. Because, sometimes the Supremes can be real catty. Like, you kind of looking at your auntie like, look at your auntie like, let me see the picture. Let me see. Oh, you ain't got none? What a coincidence. So, yeah, so like that's what it gives. So, ones that talk about the back in the day, like the uncles. Back in the day, I had all the bitches and all of that. Then it's like, why are you here single? Why are you here ugly? Hello? Hello? Then why are you here single? Why you ain't got no kids? But you spreading your seed everywhere. They none unplant and putting no water on it. So it's like, you're questioning them. Oh, I had this car and that car, and I had a bad bitches, and they do this for me. I was basically like Bishop Don, because you guys hang with him too. I went to the Players Ball. You got any pictures of any of this? So you just don't take it serious. So if that type of aunt or uncle lied on you or told somebody a story about you that wasn't true, you gonna go sue? The most you may do is cuss them out. If you see him. Other than that, you ain't even gonna really even waste your time calling them, or anything like that. Because you chuck it up to your friend like, girl, he crazy. Don't listen. Like, cuckoo, cuckoo. A lot of times you just ignore it. So, and that's what I feel like a lot of artists do. They ignore her until it gets to the point to where you can't. To where somebody says something to you, and you just have to acknowledge it. She said she slept with Yo-Yo back in the day. That when, the rapper Yo-Yo went out, and we proved like that's not true. We reached out to Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo said, yo, homegirl off a rocker. I've never slept with her, blah, blah. But did Yo-Yo sue her for what? Like Yo-Yo said, homegirl off a rocker. Like, girl, she ain't rap too tight. Type of. So if she know that and she think that, you don't think a whole bunch of other, all people that know that she done said something about them, they don't care. Like it's nothing to care about. She's a complete waste of time. Like waste my time suing Cuckoo or Just ignore the bitch. You know, so they'll just ignore her. And the bigger part of it is she ain't making no money. None. Not at all. When a person making money, you can tell. Message. When a person make a tell, even if you're not like a frivolous spender, you know, and things like that, you can tell that they're making money because things change. This bitch feel like if she wouldn't got a green screen, what does that mean? $17, $16, $15 on Amazon. What, a green screen gonna separate you now? Yeah, okay. Good with that. Alrighty then, girl. So yeah, but nobody cares. Like, so she ain't got no money. She don't have any assets, you know, or anything like that. And that's again why she does and says these things, because she ain't gotta worry about nobody suing her. Ain't nothing to sue for. I would take someone more credible that has things to lose. She don't. She don't have nothing to lose. Because she don't have nothing. No family, no friends, none of that. Nobody deal with her. You know? She's pretty much just waiting to perish. Absolutely. She's like spoiled milk. At some point in time, you're gonna get tired of sitting there and you're gonna throw it away. So but you gotta get rid of it because you can't use it, you know? So it's like spoiled milk. You know, like that's how she is. You can ignore that it's right there in your refrigerator or you can get rid of it. I think that that's what a lot of celebrities do. I think they ignore her and then they just rid her. They just, yeah, you're crazy. But it's helpful for her to get on bigger platforms showing how fucking psycho she is, because then it just helps celebrity stories. It just helps them because she is the true agent of chaos, right? So it just helps the celebrity stories, like the bigger the podcast and stuff that she's doing this on, getting this information around, the easier it is for, you know, these celebrities for like, oh, okay, well that's the crazy lady. You know, like that's that crazy person, you know, over there. So it's just way easier to ignore. When you're doing it in smaller circles, those are the times to where you may get popped because they don't want it to get big. But if you could go on a big ass platform like Piers Morgan and they redact, and remove the things that you said, it's great. You know, it's great. You know, like for celebrities, like that helped Jay-Z and Beyonce so much, because now if there was truly something going on that was illegal, a victim that wanted to come forward or whatnot, you think that changed their mind? You think that changed their mind? If anything, she just showed the power that they have. Meaning, if I'm a victim of Jay-Z's, Beyonce's, and I went on to Piers Morgan and get my story out there, they could get it removed. They can make it so that I didn't talk at all, basically. Sure can. And on top of that, that removes credibility. Because if there was anything credible or evidence backing what the Jaguar said, they wouldn't have had to remove anything. See why they didn't remove anything that anybody said on that platform about Diddy? Because of what he's going through, the conversation related around this is not being made up. He's being prosecuted. So they can't really remove anything like that. But the whole Jay-Z and Beyonce, like, they're not being prosecuted for anything. There's no charges or anything brought up on them, being brought up on them. You're over here talking like, idiot. Meds, nurse. Because, yeah. So, yeah, that's why celebrities don't sue her. She's crazy. There's she don't have credibility. Like, why, you know, if anything, you gonna push her, pub her, make more people listen to her if you sue her, because that's a story. Her being ignored is not one. So again, to have Jaguar on your platform talking about celebrities does what? There's no credibility there. So yeah, these people that talk to her are just thirsty. Yeah, drink away.
I kind of believe it because they always doing these things to each other.
You don't remember when Diddy had that interview with Justin Bieber and he was like, the things that we're going to do, we can't even discuss.
Were you there? The things that we can't even discuss. Were you there? Like, girl. Hold on, let me get to this other one. It's a 2204, because I want to get the timestamp of her talking about Natanya. 22, it's 22. No, 22, 21. No, it's 22, sorry. Okay, let me pull her here.
And when he pointed him in direction, the reason why Natanya was so close because she was part of the crew. She wasn't just a club goer. She was in the mix. She don't want nobody to know that. She wasn't just a square.
Now Natanya, when she got pop out by the face by Diddy, now she was with them, all of that, and not only that, she was what?
It's a club. 3, 4 in the morning, she right there. I said, I was right there. I saw who shot me. You know why she saw it? Because she was right there. It was one of the handlers, according to Misha.
Now Natanya was one of the handlers that night, but got pop in the face by boss. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So Natanya done went from having SCX with Misha underage to now she was Misha's handler. And how can you be a handler for somebody if you get pop out in the face by the boss? By the boss. Why would the boss pop out one of his handlers in the face? Over 800 people in the building. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Hello? Are we just not going to talk about that? When Misha met Natanya online, like, Natanya has never stated that she's met Misha anywhere. Now, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I have never heard the dopest nerd, Natanya Rubin, say that she met Misha. Especially the night she got pop-out by Diddy. Has anyone heard Natanya Rubin say that she's met Misha, that she know Misha? Because she's saying, Adria is saying, that Misha said that Natanya was not only with Diddy and his crew, working for Diddy's crew as one of the handlers, that one of the people she was handling was Misha. Correct, Sheila. And even if Misha was born, she would have been a kid, like way younger than what they're announcing. Because the pop out happened, what, 99? Misha was born in 1990, I believe. 1990. So she was born in 1990. She would have been 9 years old at the club. She would have been 9-year-old. So Natanya was the handler of a 9-year-old for Diddy, yet Diddy pop out her in the face while working for him? No. Natanya clearly was not the target Diddy was pow-powing. Yeah, bullets don't have no name on. They don't. They don't have no name. You pull that trigger, the bullet goes the way it goes. So if you meaning to pop out and your aim is off, you drinking, all of that, you just gonna aim it in a direction and you trying to hurt. It doesn't mean that you ain't gonna hit nobody else in the process in a crowded club. That you ain't gonna hit nobody else. Mm-hmm. And for her to be in the way at that point in time, because it's not like he put it to her temple and pulled the trigger. No. That means she was a distance away from him when pulling the trigger. So that means that she wasn't in the entourage because he had a VIP area, a VIP section. So Natanya, if she worked for him, would have been in his VIP section. She wasn't. She wasn't. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. She wasn't. No, we're defending Natanya. Because where's the defense coming from? Natanya was pop out by Diddy. We're not taking away. What we're saying is this psycho, Adria, says that Natanya was her handler. Diddy's working for Diddy So now we're actually defending Natanya by stating she wasn't working for no damn Diddy. Because she's changing the narrative to make Natanya look like a bad person. Like Natanya acting like she this victim. The whole time she was at the club that night with Diddy and them. She was Diddy handler. She was handling Misha. What the? Now that's working for Diddy, saying that Natanya's not a victim. You know, that's weird. No, not defending him at all. He has no defense. Like, how can we defend him shooting a woman in the face? Like, where's the defense in that?
That a pedophile will run from it. I acknowledge that.
Lies.
All of a sudden, Lionel B saying Natanya wants to speak to, like, who is Natanya? The lady that, got shot. I'm like, oh, the lady got shot in her face. I want to talk to her because my boy Cal Dawson, who's Black Rob's manager, gave me the whole story of what happened before the whole incident as to why he told me that the dude Scar had came up to Black Rob, like, yeah, your boy Diddy, or your boy Puff, he was Puff back then, your boy Puff is doing this and doing that. And Black Rob was like, why you in my face? He right over there. I guess Scar didn't know that Diddy was in the club. And he was like, you in my face with us. Why don't you go tell it to him? Is that how you feel? And he pointed.
Completely, like, oddly making a lot of these things up and basing them off allegations of other people's story. Again, you're not speaking from your perspective, yet you're saying that people shouldn't, you don't care about what people say because they wasn't there. Well, when it comes to this situation, you talk about Black Rob and Scarface. I'm assuming she's talking about Scarface or Scar, whoever she's talking about, in the club with Diddy, and, they got a problem with point to that. You weren't there. So how do you know what was up? There you go again, other people's story. No, talk about you, what you experienced, not what you heard. Because there very so much gives internet. She said to Mike Larry, shout out to all Viral Access Media. She said to him, oh, I'm a fan of you. I watch you. Same thing with Liar B. She said, oh, I'm a fan. I watch you. So, I mean, you and these people, these content creators have talked a lot about these things in the past. So that means you sitting here soaking up this stuff just like the hag, soaking up stuff that you hear in these streets and trying to make them true by putting validity behind and making it seem like you was there or you don't know what the you're talking about. Like, girl, like, you don't know what the you're talking about. Like, and then the same things you say, you're putting your foot in your mouth. Because I don't want to hear from nobody that wasn't there. Okay, you weren't here. You wasn't there with Justin Bieber. You wasn't here in the situation when the time when she got pop out in that club. You were not there. You weren't. But you talking about it, though, like you were. That's how we know it's something wrong with you. That's why it's giving drugs. That's why it's giving cocaine. Like, this is why. Like, girls, like, do you not hear yourself? Do you not hear you? Girl.
Scar into Diddy's direction, and that's why Diddy ended up blackballing Black Rob, because he pointed him in a direction. And when he pointed him in a direction, the reason that Tanya was so close.
That's why Diddy ended up blackballing Black Rob. What? Their argument stemmed towards money and publishing. That is how Diddy and Black Rob got into it. That's obvious. Same reason he got into it with Biggie. Same reason they was beefing. What are you talking about?
Because she was part of the crew. She wasn't just a club goer.
She said she was part of the crew. Natanya was a part of Diddy's crew. She was not just a club goer. So Natanya told y'all, I was just at the club and the situation happened. Like, I was just there. Like, I didn't have any involvement. I didn't know what was going on, but I just got pop out in the face, But she's saying, oh no, Adria, oh no, she wasn't a club goer. Were you there? No. So how are you telling her what she was? Black Rob wasn't blackballed. Right, but that's what she says. Weirdo. But I know Diddy and Black Rob had issue, but the issue that they had was about no different than Mace and others, money and publishing. That was their issue. Like he had with many other artists. Many other people on Bad Boy. So, but now, all of a sudden, it happened because of the bar. It happened because of the club. Oh, okay.
She was in the mix. She don't want nobody to know that. She wasn't just a square. The club. 3, 4 in the morning, she right there. That's why she said, I was right there. I saw who shot me. You know why she saw it? Because she was right there? Because she was one of the handlers.
No, she was a handler? And who was she a handler for?
According to Misha.
According to Misha. So now Misha's saying that Natanya was her handler 9 years old at the club the night Diddy got Diddy pop out Natanya. What is a handler? A handler is more a person that can convince rather it's because sometimes a handler is a passive person, like someone that can like a wife, or a husband, somebody that shows you love but can convince you to do the bidding of other people. And then you have the ones that are like intimidating handlers, ones that will threaten you and hurt you and harm you if you don't do what's being requested of you. So more sort of like a pimp, if you will. You work for a certain party, and you know how celebrities are. Celebrities, they do a lot of partying, drinking, and stuff like that. So a handler can also help them with that as well. Be there with them, keep trouble. So a handler can be, they come in many shapes and forms, and honestly, a handler is who usually has more trust than fear, because they don't want you to fear the handler. The handler is the good guy. So like what Cassie was going through, the situations that she was going through with Diddy, T.D. Jakes would have been looked at as like her handler. Someone that she looks to that can bring her back around. And sometimes Diddy's bodyguards would be his handlers when it came to her. Like when she would leave or run or disappear, they'll send a face that she knows and trusts. Sometimes he'll send, he sent other people, like other staff that work with him, but had a rapport with Cassie to convince her to come back. So it has to be somebody likable. It usually isn't somebody you fear. So like Diddy's not a handler. Now if he's going to be considered a handler, it'd be for somebody put in harm's way. So from the alleged stories about Justin Bieber, he would be Bieber's handler. So whoever he passed Bieber to, and people had their way with him, not whatever allegedly happened, Diddy would be the one to keep him in order, because Justin likes Diddy. If you look at their energy in the public and stuff like that, besides when Justin was a teenager, while Justin has been an adult, he and Diddy have really good rapport. They like each other. When Diddy's name comes up, Justin got more respect and more likely for Diddy than he does Usher. From a young age, when Justin Bieber was going back and forth to court, you could tell that he had this nonchalant type of aggression, this energy towards Usher. Even in the deposition, they asked him if he knew who Usher was. They did about his government name, Usher Raymond and whatnot. And he said no. Like you could tell he had like a disgust, like when they even said Usher's name, like he wasn't, like that's what it was given. But when Diddy's name comes up, or when Diddy's brought up or anything like that, he says how, Diddy's like his brother, and so he only has nice things to say. So it gives handler that when Justin is going through something, if they need him, like even when he fumbling the tour because he was going through things mentally and he needed like a break, they brought Diddy in. Chris Brown, when Chris Brown went through everything that he went through with Rihanna, Chris Brown was at Diddy's house jet skiing with Rihanna. He was the handler, so that's what that was. So that's more so of like a handler's job. It's usually somebody that is liked, that does the bidding of other people. So if Justin was dropped off to Andre Harrell, L.A. Reid, or Clive Davis, Diddy would keep him in line because he trusts him. He likes Diddy. So since he likes him, we'll get Diddy to take care of it. Bobby Brown, he was Whitney Houston's handler for years. Anytime they needed something done, when Clive needed her to tour, Clive needed her to get back in the studio, they would go through Bobby. They would use Bobby to convince her to do it. You know, they'll call with Clive will call Whitney, hey, I need you to get back to the studio. We got these songs for you. Whitney be like, yeah, I ain't nobody doing all that. I just had a baby. I'm doing with my daughter. I don't feel like doing all that. So then Clive will reach out to Bobby, you know, and convince Bobby, hey, you know, we'll do this and this and this for you. We'll get your album, you know, going, get it off the road. But we need you to convince Whitney to do dot, dot, dot. But make it yeah, you know, don't make it ours. So then when Bobby comes to her and Bobby's like, you know, babe, you know, it'd be good for you. It's a good time for you to get back in the studio. You know, I know we just had the baby, but you know, I'm here. I'll take care of her. You know, I will be right there, you know, along the way. So then, you know, it convinces her. Then Wendy's like, okay, you know, you're my husband. If you feel like I should do it, you know, then I'll get into the studio. So yes to Bobby, but no to Clive. The same thing with acting roles and stuff like that. They would use Bobby. Bobby would be the handler. He was the closest to her. But before that, it was Robin. Robin was Whitney's handler. Okay? Started with Robin. Robin handled her. When Whitney couldn't get out of bed or wouldn't get out of bed or didn't feel like doing, they would use Robin, send Robin in. Because the family despised Robin because of her and Whitney's alleged lesbian relationship. So the family didn't want her around. So you would have thought that the family would have got rid of her because they could have. They truly could have gotten rid of her because Whitney had all her family working for her. Her brothers and her father, her mom, you know, aunts and stuff like that. Everybody was working for her. So they could have banded together and got rid of Robin. But they didn't because it was a handler. Whitney listened to her. So a lot of times Whitney would listen to her mom, she would listen to her dad or siblings, but she'll listen to Robin. And it was the same way with Bobby. When Bobby came along, he kind of took that spot. And that's Robin would have never left if not for Bobby. Bobby was the friction between Whitney and Robin. And then Robin ended up like, look at here, Whitney, it's me or him, because I can't do this with this dude. Like, you know, because Bobby was a buffoon, you know, and Whitney chose her husband. Whitney was like, okay, well, thank you, services. And stuck by her man. That's my man, my man, my man, my man. And Robin bounced. And Bobby became the new, like, lead, you know. And I'm sure people like Clive Davis and others were very annoyed by that because they would rather work with Robin. Robin, way more professional. She wasn't no alky, you know, and all of that. She wasn't on drugs and all of that's like, she was a career girl. You know, she did a lot for Whitney back in the day. She put a lot of her shows together with the dancers and all. She did a lot. Robin, like the creative vision of Whitney, her from her look to everything, like Robin was the go-to for that. So she did a really good job. You know, with Whitney, it's not like she was a good thing. You know, Robin was a good thing. You know, and I think that's why Whitney felt so hard because she missed her. She missed her. You know, it's not only was she my lover, but she's like my best friend. Like, that is my girl. Like, we go back to school, you know, like grade school. Like, that's my girl, you know? So I think that that's why she kind of like, you know, because she missed her, you know? I would be sad, you know, my best friend, you know, was just like gone. I was just like, I miss my friend. So yeah, I think it was like that with Whitney. But yeah, so Tanya Rubin has been thrown under the bus again by Adria.
And then J-Lo had it on the burner, and he burned with it.
That's not Sean.
So how she said Natanya lied about being a bystander at the bar, you know, stuff that night, but then admitted to other parts of the woman's story. Then J handed him the burner. Well, Natanya said that. Natanya said, from much what she gathered, you know, J-Ho had that weapon. You know, that J-Ho handed him something, and that's when it was like, you know, blah, 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 blah. So I thought you said she was lying, but now she told truth about this part. It's like, okay, girl.
Story because Black Rob was there in the club as well. He was there when that happened. Black Rob was there.
Right, I'm telling you what Cal Dawson told me.
No, that's why you need to shut up. Talk about some I'm telling you what Cal Dawson told me. Didn't you say out of your own mouth, if you were not there, that you don't want to hear it? Why everybody else got to shut up if they wasn't there, but you get to talk. You get to say whatever the you want to say. Whatever you want. You can say it. After you had already admitted that you wanted your money. You were even literally jealous of Justin Bieber. Like, hold on, what part was that? Girl, she was even jealous of Justin Bieber. Let's get into that clip. Let me pull that clip back up. Said that I gave my booty, I gave everything out, he gave. Why he blow up and I didn't? Yeah, that's the whole reason you sued. Whole reason.
Chill. Okay? That's it. That's all. Y'all ain't trying to get me killed out here. Y'all ain't got the target on your back.
I'm doing that pink cocaine, all types of stuff, right?
Man, I wish Diddy gave me the $2 million a month Young Miami deal. Well, I couldn't get that. That's why I don't understand. If it's about fucking and sucking or getting your ass taken to get on, I did all that. Why y'all didn't let me be on? Justin did it. Y'all let Justin get on.
How does she know that happened to Justin? Were you there? No, you weren't. You're a liar. You're a liar. Everything that has been speculated about Justin and Diddy is speculation. There is no proof. Justin Bieber has never came forward and said, Diddy did this to me. No one has ever came and said, I watched Diddy do this to Justin. Nobody, and then Justin was their friend. He wasn't by himself when he was with Diddy for that day or so, 2 or whatever. He was with his friend. He wasn't by himself. He wasn't alone. So not even that friend of Justin's has ever came forward and Diddy did ... to Justin. Those are the only people that we know for sure that were there. We didn't see where Diddy went after that. Justin's mother was not there. Neither was Usher. So we don't know really what's what. That's not enough to get Diddy incarcerated. For me to go forward and be like, y'all need to go arrest Diddy because Diddy allegedly did all this stuff to Justin. Look at this video. In this video, he tell Justin, blah, blah, blah. Hello? Hello? Like, you might be trying to politic for Diddy. How? How? Yeah, this is law. By law, this is that would be being brought up in court. Because again, they have made this a game. This is a joke. Diddy has a pending prosecution. A pending trial date as of May 5th. So this is and the investigation is still open. It's still open. It's not closed. So you can bring new information to the forefront at any point in time. If she really believed, because a liar would say, why haven't they sued me? Truth teller would say, I wouldn't said all of this stuff to the department. I wouldn't put all of this or let the prosecution know that they could call me and bring me onto the stand if they need to even just interview me and talk to me about the things that I know. That's what truth teller would do. Somebody that is telling the truth. Because if you can tell us, you can tell the authorities. Why come tell us what happened to Justin Bieber, but you don't want to tell the authorities? Why not? Because you are lying. That is, you're not telling the truth. Because why it's so important that you could come on here and, oh, this happened and that happened and I'll play about kids and a P word, wouldn't admit it, I admitted it, so I P word and all of that. Why not go tell the police that? Misha says she told the police that she, unalives babies and she free. So I feel like they'll leave you alone too, girl. I guess they don't mind, you sucking strawberries off a churn. If Misha free out to eating kneecaps and elbows and bone marrow and cartilage and hearts and liver. Girl, if they let her go on a baby spree, you should be all right. You should be just fine. If she could eat elbows and spines and if she could do all of that, you should be fine. If she could eat literal ribs, you should be all right. You should be good. Okay? Because that's what you and your friends said. All right? Because who eats a kneecap? Like that is literally like more bone than anything. Marrow is not food. This ain't no chicken. It ain't got no gristle. So, I mean, like, how could a bone keep you, like, what? It's like the kneecap is more bone than, it's the little layer of meat protecting it, protecting the actual bone. Now I could see a thigh, or leg, you know, or something like that. That's gonna have a decent amount of meat around it. But the kneecap, why? These girls just ain't neck bones. Girl, that was a neck bone, you know, from a pig. Because I'm just like, yeah, I don't know about all that. Who eats a kneecap? Like, there's really no meat around it at all. And there's no way of not getting violently sick off of eating flesh, especially flesh, that's not cooked. Dahmer and other cannibals didn't just eat human flesh; they would cook it. They would cook it, and you're still gonna get really sick. Like either way, I mean, building a tolerance to it, I guess, but that's still crazy. But yeah, you're gonna get like really ill eating something like that. It's not just gonna go down like a hot dog or, you know, so it's not. Okay. So yeah, I find that weird. I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, I guess it's not my story. Not my interview, you know, so hey, whatever. You know, that's how I look at it. So yeah, I find that weird, that she's willing to admit that she's willing to do all of this for me. If Diddy would have gave me, you know, that Miami deal, we'd be good. So again, this is all about money. Yeah. Because there's no way of acting like a victim like you just are, right? When you're a victim, you just are one. Your story is what makes you that. The consent not being, I mean, the consent being removed, things like that, R worded, stuff like that, it's your story. That's what makes you a victim. There is no manuscript and whatnot, how you should act or walk or talk, you know. So just because she's like really aggressive, and like there's really like no couth or anything like that to her. She talks about sex a lot. That's another thing. The hypersexualness of the hypersexual in her makes me feel like, I feel like her, you know, people around her, like she alludes to maybe somebody in her family did some things to her. I can believe that 100%. But everything else, no. And the Misha is what really stood up for her. She should have never brought Misha forward. And then it's like how she set it up and to say your name in this interview. So then when you come forward, you know, this is my proof. Like, how was that proof? You just named a random person. And then you convince her to go on Liar B's show. He paid her after he got done paying you, and you feel like you about to get a percentage off of what she making, you know, and whatnot, because y'all the numbers wasn't going crazy having you on there no more because people see you. They see you for who you are, and who you are is the person that wants money. That is it. If all viral access media, shout out to him, if Mike paid you to be on his show, why does he have to promote your Cash App? She even had her and her son promoting the Cash App, spelling it and all of that. Why does the audience have to give you anything if the content creator has already taken care of it? If anything, people should be sending money to all viral access media. People should be sending things to Mike. That is his audience. He already paid you to be here. Why does he have to double up? Why does he and the audience, everybody got to give me $17? Everybody, what? My time is money. Everybody needs to pay me. Weren't you paid? Like, going to be double bubbled? Because why my audience has to give you anything for? Because that makes it seem disingenuous. It doesn't make it seem like a genuine gesture for them to look out for you when all you are requesting is money. All you talking about is money. They come up and get an attitude. Oh yeah, they paying these people. You know, they can pay, you know, the Hags and, you know, Natanya, you know, money to come on their show, but they ain't trying to give me nothing. Well, they're not shopping around trauma. You are. So that's a little different. You running around selling trauma. If you give me enough money, I'll come on your show and I'll say all of these things. I'll say anything you need me to say. I'll talk to this person, that person. We can talk about whoever you want to. That's not genuine. When you are a victim, as a victim, you should be speaking. If you're going to speak, it should be for free. If people choose to bless you, then they will. You can't stop that. You go show, you say your story, and people just like, hey, what's her Cash App? What's her PayPal? What's her this? What's her that? I want to look out for her. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. But is everything wrong with coming in the door expecting to be paid off of a trauma and what you can't even prove? You just talking. Then you adding people and stuff that had nothing to do with your original story. Not a story done completely changed. How does Misha meet Natanya Rubin online, but then all of a sudden y'all state that she actually knew Natanya because Natanya slept with her underage. And then she knew Natanya because Natanya was her handler. What? Now she was a handler? During the time she got pop-out? When she said that she didn't know Diddy? But you said that she working for him? Oh, God. This is a joke. This is a joke. Adria English is a fucking fraud. She is a fraud. 100%. She is a fraud running around expecting to pull on the heartstrings of people and get their money for doing so. 100%. Yeah. And you could tell she was doing the same thing with Misha because on that show on Liar B, it was like, no, if anybody's trying to get her, y'all need to hit up me. Y'all need to hit me up. Y'all need to reach out to my email. All of that. Why do we need to contact you to talk to Misha? Why would any content creator need to do that? Why can't people just reach out to her? Now you her pimp. Now people got to go through you. Because that's what do. If a person wants to substitute, they don't need a pimp to do it. They can do it on their own. The pimp is getting the majority of the money and they're not doing anything. The usual job of a pimp is to find the Johns. So if you can find the Johns on your own, you don't need a pimp. A pimp for what? When they're mad abusive, usually and all of that, because they're scaring you into making sure you go give your body up for money. And if you don't give your body up enough to bring enough money in here, then I'm going to hurt and harm you. When you could eliminate the middleman and just do it on your own. So it's the same thing with Misha. If a person can't speak to her or interview her or anything like that unless they go through you, then obviously you're expecting some type of percentage or something like that. Like you're going to skim off the top because it gives you got to email her. You also got to pay me too. I'll give it to her. Send me the money. This time I charge her to interview. Send it to my Cash App and I'll make sure she get it. Like is what it pimping her. Is what it gives. Her story died with Liar B, and she lies and says, "Oh well, if Liar B and I fired him because he brought up his sister and people, and he was letting them drop their chat when it was about me." First of all, that's about money. Let's start there. Why are we even? Isn't your hope to gain awareness and whatnot to your lawsuit? But no, obviously money grab. It's all about money. So to me, that wasn't the reason. The reason was that Misha was starting to blow up, and she didn't like that because Misha, I keep saying Misha became more valuable than her. It's like out with the old, in with the new. Okay, like Adria talk damn near anywhere somebody got $5 to give her. You dangle $5 out the window, she come. So she'll talk anywhere. Her story keep changing wherever she goes. She talk about this over here, then she go here and talk about this, then she go there and talk about this person. She keep making everybody the enemy, the enemy over Diddy. Like, isn't Diddy like the issue here? How are you saying that your court date is in May? One, you don't have a court date. Two, with a civil case, there would be no reason to push it back that far. They would handle that immediately if it's going past discovery. It hasn't done any of that. You have not served him. You have not showed any information that you're going to, that is working. The process. You also don't have an attorney. Hearing Diddy has a literal team of lawyers. I think he has more. I think he has what? 5 attorneys right now. I believe 5 he has. And they're sharks. Some of the best people in this country he's working with. Especially in the state of New York. This who he got. There's no way you can walk in there without an attorney. That is why attorneys were hit her up. And that's why she's went through multiple because of this, dealing with that. You can't bring this into court. You cannot bring this into court. No. The attorneys got off of her case because they know they're going to lose. They know they are. So I'm not about to mess with my reputation or my wins versus losses dealing with you. You're not about to fuck my statistics. You're not about to fuck my algorithm. No, you are not. Girl, I've been winning cases, or I'm in the process of winning the case right now and whatnot. You ain't about to, knock me off my I gotta go. Please just excuse me from this case. Like, no. Let me go. Oh no, I want to do her. That's why they running, because they know it's a loss. Like, she ain't winning this. Like, oh no. And she didn't do none. And the main things that they wanted her to do, filing the police report and stuff like that, she couldn't be there. She went and made 3 different reports, non-finished reports. She did not finish the police reports. She could basically would start saying certain things, and when I believe the police would question her about stuff, and they'd be like, okay, well, how long did that happen? Where was that at? Do you have the date? Do you have the time? Anybody there? Well, y'all know how you wasn't there. And getting like literally mad at the police and walking out instead of finishing, because she cannot. She's speaking from other people's experience. No, this person told me that was working for this person. This person's manager, this person's assistant said this and this and this and this and that. And that's what they said. Okay, well, do you know who that, do you have their number? Or do they live around here? Is it possible that we could get them in? Nah, because I'm here. The statement supposed to be coming from me. You supposed to be worried about what I say, but you keep talking about other people. You're not talking about you, goofy. You're not talking about you. You're not telling us like what happened to you. You telling us about the Justin Biebers and the Chris Browns and the Trey Songz and the Denzel Washington and the Alec Carters. Girl, who the fuck is these people? Can you get any of them on the line? Oh, I used to have the same hairdresser as Kim Porter. Is he still alive? Do you have his... Can I please speak to somebody that at least got a GED, please? And she want to get mad, motherfucker, almost got my GED, but then just like, girl. Okay. You got your nerve. Just to walk out the precinct. 3 different reports, unfinished. She still does not have a finalized police report in with Florida, nor New York. When she said she was affect, if you were affect, that means that you were moved. Where? From Florida to New York then go to those places to make police reports. Go file a criminal complaint. No, she just in the car. Mad that she has a deflated splinter because she let them blow her out and she ain't getting nothing but a wet ass. Girl, please. Girl, please. Like, no, supporting Diddy abuse is exactly what Adria English is doing. Correct. Coming forward as a fucking liar about trauma to be an agent of chaos so that these real victims that are still filing lawsuits to this day can be questioned. Yes. So she can be used as an example, because they're not going to use me as an example in motherfucking court hoe. They're not going to use me as one. They're going to use her. The defense team, when they're questioning victims and when they're doing their cross-examination, they're going to be throwing Adria English in their face. Not SeanDavieWay. They're going to throw Misha Fuller in the face. How do we know you're telling the truth when you got, just like Adria English, running around here lying on Diddy? How do we know you're an actual victim? We got people that have filed lawsuits against him that have lied in the lawsuit and on social media afterwards. Admitted P-words and predators, but at the same time trying to sue him. Run around talking all this issue about how he be with minors and all of that, and this bitch done strawberries off of a minor girl. They are helping Diddy. Not me. See, I helped them get locked up. Girl, please. Like, what are you talking about? Adria is helping Diddy. Misha helping Diddy. Because they're not going to use Sean in no cross-examination. I'm not lying. Sean ain't coming forward acting like he the Jane Doe, the John Doe. Lying on social media, lying in a lawsuit for a tenant to be paid to talk about lies. That ain't me. I'm not doing that. So go talk to the right people about defending Diddy. She's defending him. She is helping him. She's altering all of these other people's stories, ones that she is not connected to, victims she ain't never met, including Jane and John Doe's. Bringing people online to claim their lawsuits because they are anonymous. That is her, not us. Call her a liar is not defending Diddy. She's a fucking liar. It's what she is. Please. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. If he gonna go down, he gonna go down. I'm being passionate right now. This is too much for Toya. Leave. Leave. It's too much. Go. Leave. Go listen to something less intense. That's all I can tell you. This is passion. This is what that were. Because there are real fucking victims out here. And their stories are going to be abolished, dissected, all of that, because of these bitches. Now what? Because of them. This is trauma these hoes is running around here playing with. That's it. It's people that don't file stuff that literally cannot sleep, they can't eat nothing. They fight this every single day. They've been fighting it for years. And then you got this bitch that sat over here and said that she opened her booty. She was completely let Diddy and them do everything they wanted to her. And then Justin Bieber, the situation. She's sitting over here calling herself Diddy while admitting to sucking fruit off of minors. Like Diddy, allegedly. Please. Talking about us. Anybody defending Diddy, they are. But y'all mad at us because they lied. They did. I ain't no lie. Again, I could come live right now and say I'm a John Doe. That's me helping Diddy because it's a lie. I would be lying if I said I was one of those anonymous men that allegedly was FA'd by Diddy. That hurts their story. Because if they do decide to remove the anonymous and put their actual government name on that paperwork, especially the Jane Doe's that Misha and them run around here and lie and say it is, now everything that Jane Doe said if she came forward would be questioned and dissected. Because when people type shit in, Misha name is linked in with it now. Her name all over it, and she a fucking liar. Please. I'm just calling a thing a thing. People telling the truth. There's plenty of victims. One just filed. Said he hung her over the balcony. And all of that. Tiffany Red's friend. Ain't nobody over here calling that woman no liar. For what? But it's people like Adria and Misha that's going to get up for them. Because now everybody going to dissect and pull apart this girl's story because of them. If she wanted to have a sit conversation and explain why she's suing Diddy and why she would appreciate people's support and why this is happening, you think people gonna believe her? Even if she's telling the truth. Even if she got receipts. It's still, oh, that's cap, free Diddy, free Diddy, free Diddy. People like Adria are gonna make the free Diddy audience bigger. Not me. Not me. People like Adria, okay, and she don't give a. That's the crazy part. All she care about is money. A person that care would never say something like this. Are you kidding me? A person that wasn't for Diddy wouldn't say this.
Okay? That's it. That's all. Pink. Y'all ain't trying to get me killed out here. Y'all ain't got the target on your back.
I'm doing that pink cocaine, all types of stuff, right?
Man, I wish Diddy gave me the $2 million a month Young Miami deal.
Why would you want any money from him at all besides whatever you may get from your lawsuit? I wish you gave me that deal. What else?
I don't understand. If it's about fucking and sucking or getting your ass taken to get on, did all that. Why y'all didn't let me be on?
That is complicit. How are you calling yourself a victim? Because in your paperwork, in your lawsuit, you didn't agree to any of these things. You didn't say you were a willing participant. You didn't say, I was doing all of this stuff on my own, and then it changed to this. No, you make yourself look like a victim right off the bat. Right off the bat. Right out the gate. You a victim. But then here, you're admitting that, yeah, I did everything that they wanted to do. I sucked. I did all of that. But didn't reap none of the accolades that they said that I would get. And so imagine being jealous of a teenager at the time, allegedly being essayed because you were willing. From what it said about Justin, he was essayed. So you jealous of that Justin got essayed? You did it willingly, but the person that actually got essayed got big things in life. And you in a car from hotel to hotel. Complicit. So you're not a victim. You allowed all of those things to happen. You don't think that Diddy's defense is going to use this against her? When Tasha K and Cardi B lawsuit happened, the majority of the evidence that was in discovery from Cardi B's side were YouTube videos. You don't think they could be used against you? Yeah. See, when everybody was running around talking issue about Tasha K actually paying attention to the lawsuit. So they can use this against you. Disgruntled employee. She was over there, a willing participant, a willing sex worker, having sex with everybody and everybody. She was doing all of those things, oral, fellatio, intercourse, you name it, she was doing it. And now she is disgruntled. There may have been some promises made to her that she didn't get, and now she is suing my client. This is really good evidence against you. This helps Diddy. This right here. This helped him. How could this not help a person that you are suing for millions? How could this not help them when you didn't state any of this?
Taking part in activities that weren't presidential. Okay? That's it. That's all. Y'all ain't trying to get me killed out here. Y'all ain't got the target of your.
Shout out to Tasha. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships, sweetheart. Thank you.
Man, I wish Diddy gave me the $2 million a month Young Miami deal. Why couldn't? That's why I don't understand. If it's about fucking and sucking or getting your ass taken to get on, I did all that. Why y'all didn't let me be on? Justin did it. Y'all let Justin get on. I don't understand why I did it. You just didn't let me get on.
And that's defaming right there within itself to say that you let Justin Bieber do it. That is defamation. You cannot say, and then people don't realize that y'all are throwing Justin underneath the bus. If Justin is a victim, you are throwing him under the bus. No different than Usher. If Usher was a victim, when y'all say stuff like this, y'all are throwing them under the bus. Neither man has ever come forward and said that Diddy did anything to them. It's all speculation. That's not a defense of Diddy. That is the truth. Nobody on this planet besides the people that it allegedly happened to any proof that Diddy did anything to Justin and anything to Usher. It is an assumption because Usher was there at a certain age, and then him talking about him and Usher wrestling in a bed over stuff and whatnot. What does that does not mean anything else happened. Like it doesn't. It's just pure speculation. The only way that would change is if Usher himself came forward and said, this happened to me. The only way that would change with Justin Bieber is if Justin Bieber himself comes forward and say that this happened to him. Can't get Diddy arrested because I feel like he did something to Usher back in the day. He ain't going to jail for the it's not happening. Where's your proof? Can you prove this happened to her? Can you prove it? Because Gene Deal said that he heard certain things happen to Usher back in the day. That Usher was torn. They tore him up. That Diddy tore him up and all of that. Were you there, you fat old fucker? Because if you weren't, shut up. Why are you talking about what happened to Usher as a teen and you did nothing about it? Nothing. The least you can do is report things. If I heard some like that, I'm going to at least report. I'm going to at least say something. Like, look, can I be anonymous? I need to put this information in. I just heard this information that this happened, and he is a teenager, and whatnot. Can y'all do a wellness check? Someone have a mixture here. You did nothing. Nothing. You can't bring a song into court. No, if Justin didn't say Diddy me, that ain't happening. It's not happening. Not enough. It's an assumption. You are assuming that he's talking about Diddy. He did not say Diddy me. He ain't never said that in a song. He's never said in the song, Sean Diddy Combs did this to me sexually and I've been torn up ever since. He ain't never said nothing like that. You cannot bring an assumption into court without backing it with proof. This is legal. We're not talking about YouTube law, social media police, and all of that. Not to social media police. Bringing a song, I guess it's valid. Absolutely. But if you taking it to the New York Southern District, they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that. In the song, it sounds like you're talking about Diddy right here. I don't know. I feel like that's not enough. They don't want to hear that. Yeah, they'll throw that out so quick. Again, there's nothing tangible for a person to say that in this legal terms. Because again, you're going into court. What you gonna go into court with a whole bunch of YouTubers videos? This YouTuber said this. This YouTuber pulled this up. This YouTuber say, look at this. This YouTuber say, look at when he was in the studio versus to that's not. They're gonna look like you crazy. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy. Now, if you have an actual witness, somebody that said, look, I saw this happen, then it could go somewhere. It could go somewhere with something like that. But hearsay, no. They don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear that. So as much as y'all want to be the judge and jury on social because you feel like something happened to Justin Bieber, I feel that way too, but not prove it. I have no proof. I have assumptions. I can show you a bunch of things to make me assume, that something happened to him, but I can't prove it. So I'm a little crazy trying to get Diddy brought up on charges with something that can't be proven. And then neither victim is going to come forward. Justin hasn't come forward and said anything if something did happen to him. And it's the same thing with Usher. That situation has been brought up multiple times about when Usher was around Diddy, even on places like Howard Stern, all of that. He's never even alluded to that Diddy did something to him. Now, he did allude to where, it was inappropriate. He probably shouldn't have been based off the things that he saw. But he's a bit like naked people, stuff like that. But he wasn't saying like of things that literally happened to him. Like, even question, would you let your kids that age go hang around Diddy? He said no. So I assume that it was a lot going on that a kid or a teenager should not have been around. That's an assumption. I can assume Usher was probably sleeping with adult women and all of that and whatnot, because that's what's all at parties. So I can assume that. But I don't know. I can definitively say that this is the truth. So that's not defending Diddy. That's me being honest. Because I understand the lie and the scandal is far more entertaining than the truth. There's nothing entertaining about me saying we don't have anything to prove that Diddy did anything to Justin. We don't. We don't have anything to prove that Diddy did anything to Usher. We don't. Hello? We don't. That's fact. But that's boring. That's where people like Adria come in, trying to spice it up. Did everything I was supposed to do. They let them get my booty. They sucked up. I did all that stuff. But they ain't let me on like Justin. And listen to her proof. Listen to her proof of what allegedly happened to Justin.
Oh, if you ain't, you did it because you wanted to do it. All right, well, you never let me on. Let's say that then. The bitch was thirsty. She fucked and sucked. But the thing is, he didn't keep his end of the bargain. He didn't let me get on. Justin gave up his butt. He got on. I gave up my butt. Why I ain't get on?
What you mean Justin gave up his butt? What you saying? Niggas done took his peanut butter? That's what you saying?
Yeah, Usher took him over there.
What proof does she have that Usher took him over there besides that's what is being said on the internet? Can you prove that?
Believe it because they always doing these things to each other.
You don't remember when Diddy had that interview with Justin Bieber and he's like, the things that we're going to do.
So the viral video from years ago Diddy saying to Justin, oh yeah, we really can't put, and she ain't even wording it right, but yeah, we really can't let y'all know what we're getting into, you know what I'm saying? Flight, you know, type of situation. That's your proof? What? That's your proof. A viral video. If something truly happened, wouldn't he have been locked up for it a long time ago? Justin is white. He is priority in this country. Hello? That's your proof? Shout out to Shelly Page. Thank you for the super sticker, sweetheart. That you can't bring that to no court. They didn't try to hit it. Scratch it from the record. No. Diddy's team would object so fast. Objection! Like, immediately. You don't say stuff and say, well, you can look on the internet. The video's on the internet. Is he being assaulted, held against his will, or anything like that in the video? No. But you can what? Were you there? Did you see these things happen? No. Then shut up. Move on. Submit your next piece of evidence. Diddy could sue for all of this stuff. You literally going around saying that Diddy, our word, that they took him and he gave him a deal and all of that stuff, when Justin didn't even get signed by Diddy. Diddy didn't sign Justin. What the fuck are you talking about? Wouldn't it be the people that he allegedly took him to or whatever? If somebody else did something to him, wouldn't they have been the ones that put him on? Because he never signed to Bad Boy, Combs Enterprises, none of that. No. He's not. He was never signed to Diddy. Justin liked Diddy because Diddy partied. He was a kid. Just because you like me because I party don't mean I'm about to party with you because you get like I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like I'm not partying with you. But that was the main thing that attracted Justin to Diddy, was how he partied. He was known for being a party guy. And Justin, you know, being young and dumb, you know, you want to party, you want to hang out, you want to have fun. He partied with Diddy a lot. Clubs, all types of, they partied all the time. Correct. All these parties are public, like in clubs, you know, and stuff like that. Like, if Diddy was taking, if every time he saw one of these people, he was taking them to these underground parties and dungeons and stuff like that, there would be no photos. Because where are they now? Where are they now? Right? Like they're nowhere. We don't see him at anything like that besides public places. You know, clubs, events. Yeah, we've seen him there. But again, this is all speculation, propaganda. Like that is truly all it is. Now, it doesn't mean that things didn't happen to Justin. It does not mean that at all. We just don't have any proof of that. So if Adria knows these things to be true, then she should be bringing some proof instead of saying what she saw on the internet. That does not give your story validity. It doesn't. That doesn't help you. Like, it doesn't. Like, if anything, it just makes it make you look bad. Because it can look like you just go around the internet watching videos or just anything you hear on the internet or seen or feel or on TikTok or something like that, somebody talking about, you know, the content creators talking about their thoughts. There's plenty of creators that think Diddy's done things to Justin. I'm one of them. There's plenty of creators that think Diddy did something to Justin Bieber. I'm one of them. But I cannot prove it. I cannot. And if I knew Diddy, I'd come forward and try to add credibility to a story that I can't prove. So because everybody has been saying this public, and I'm suing Diddy because I may have been to a party of his or something like that, people are going to be hanging on my every word. Like, every time I talk, they're going to listen. They're going to listen closely. They're going to put a magnifying glass, you know, over everything that I say. And so, why add insult to injury? Like, no, just tell the truth. Just be as honest as you can. And if you're going to speak on situations like Diddy and Justin Bieber, if you weren't there, then exert your energy that way. Like, although I don't know him like that, I've never seen him or, been involved with Justin like that. But I do feel like something, happened. I do think it's very possible that Diddy may have done something to Justin, like watching his energy. There's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. But you speaking like for a fact that happened to Justin, you're speaking like actuality, like this definitely, that's not true. We don't know that. It's a possibility. But that ability means that there's a other side, meaning that just like there's a possibility it could be true, it's a possibility it could be false. And if it is false, because once a rumor is, once it gains legs, it gains arms, then it get a car, then it find a place, it get a job, it move in. Rumors are hard to get away from. It's hard to get away from. We have never seen Will Smith do anything gay, but it's still pretty much being pushed to this day that he is like a gay man. That he and Jada's wedding or marriage is a sham. And that it's still being pushed. He's never going to be able to get it. He will pass away one day, long time, away. And people will still say that about him. They'll still say it. Although we don't have any proof. Even in the movie that he had a gay role in, he didn't do anything sexual with a male. Nothing. Even the kiss was fake on camera. That was it. They just showed both of them lean in, and they showed the back of one and the front of one, but they weren't actually kissing. That didn't even happen. Will didn't want to do it. But still to this day, because he did that movie, 6 Degrees of Separation, people look at him as gay. It's just a rumor. Like, we don't have any proof. Even people come like, oh, he slept with Dwayne Martin and stuff like that. Possible. But we're not showing you pictures of them sleeping together. We're not showing you a statement of Dwayne Martin saying, yeah, I slept with Will Smith. Or yes, I used to. There's somebody that had a threesome with him. It's like, yes, I had a threesome with Smith and Dwayne Martin, and they were doing this and this and this with each other. And all of that. They are gay. They are boyfriends. Like, we don't have any of that. We don't have any. Lisa Ray been saying for years, Dwayne Martin stole her husband. We still don't have any proof. And you would think that she at least a little piece. Girl, she done said to this day, oh yeah, Dwayne Martin stole my husband. He sure did. Well, in a gay way, or because it pushes like, it gives they were just really close. They just had a strong fit. It gives that her husband was just bored with her. Honestly, when, a couple years after me and my spouse were married, I was bored of him. I hung out with my friends way more. I sure did. I was constantly finding ways to go see Tip West, and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I was bored. But then I really didn't. I just wasn't in it at the time, and that's marriages is ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. Times you're really good, and then there's times where you're really bad. But those are the times that matter. When you're really bad, so you can figure out how to come back together because you're gonna go back here again. There's gonna be times where you don't. So you just have to keep fighting the good fight if it's worth fighting for. So I'll just say that her husband was bored with her. That him and Dwayne was really cool. Maybe him and Dwayne was meeting women and sleeping with women on them. Cheating on them. And stuff like that. Because why was Lisa so pressed by their connection and friendship, but Tisha Campbell wasn't. Tisha Campbell was coming forward like, oh yeah, girl, he sure did. Yeah, girl, he was known to steal people. Tisha didn't say nothing like that. Tisha didn't feel like her husband was spending too much time with other, she didn't feel that way. But obviously their marriage was completely different. Maybe Dwayne was still showing that he was in love with his wife. And maybe Lisa's husband just wasn't. Maybe he was just over it, and because your boy is your boy, just like your girl is your girl. So to understand when it comes to women and men, women can be as close as they want you to their friends. Sleep with them, kiss them, hug them all day, cuddle. Go in the bathroom at the same time, sit and go in the bathtub and stuff at the same shower after. They could do all that stuff. And it's just, they're just friends. They're just really close. But if a man does any of those things, he's gay. He gay. Oh, you hang with him every day? You gay. Y'all close? You gay. Y'all sit on the couch? Y'all gay. But women, they can cuddle and, they can all sleep in the nude, together, and it's just fine. Even touch each other or nothing. Like, they just chilling. They're fine. They go to New Beach with their friends, and a man does it, and he went because he gay. He secretly wanted to see what. Okay, well, or they just want a New Beach, because girls, there's gonna be a lot of women that are nude and stuff like that too. Women are way less shy than men. They'll go in a full buff before a dude will. So yeah, women are way more confident with their bodies than men. Some men are super confident. But overall, most men go to like New Beach to see women. Like overall, even if they do fancy dudes, they still go look at the breast and all, like they're still gonna do that. So, but they go as a group, they gay. But women go and it's just like, oh, they're just hanging out at the beach. It's whatever, but so it's definitely a double standard when it comes to that. So I just feel like because she felt that they were really close, that because I have males that I'm extremely close to. Like my male best friend, he and I, we were inseparable. Like you just could not separate us. But we have never slept together, nothing like that. Nothing sexual has ever happened between us. So we just was really close. Like we just too close. Like brothers. Like we just always with each other, always out with each other. Um, Nothing ever like that happened. Now, did I have a crush on him? Yes. I did think he was cute. But I would never take it anywhere. Like I would never want to ruin my friendship to make him uncomfortable. Because I appreciate like when straight men hang with males. I appreciate that. When a straight man can be, confident in his sexuality to know that I can look beyond your sexuality and look at you as a cool person. I really just like your vibe, like you're funny, you're cool, I like and I appreciate that. So I don't want to do anything to like ruin it. To make them feel like they can trust me or, that I would do something to them or violate them, or anything like that, or, spread rumors about them, make it look like it's not, yeah. So like that, and I appreciate that, All my male friends, they love me, they be like, oh, Sean, like, it's amazing, so and I've always wanted to keep that. So, yeah, I just feel like, at the end of the day, Adria needs to fuck up. As far as I'm concerned, she's a fake victim. It's not real. Her lawsuit is basuda. It is what it is. Now, shout out to all of the real Diddy victims. I am not talking to you, Misha, and I am not talking to you, Adria. Y'all are frauds. You are absolute frauds. And frauds are born every day. And again, with these content creators that are going around that, oh, I believe that Misha went through something, just not maybe. Um, Now, I don't think that she should be being attacked, but I do think that she should be being called out. Because two wrongs do not make it right. Okay? So because you have been through something like that does not mean you get to blame it on other people. That is not okay. Okay? If your son or daughter was facing these type of charges, you want, hopefully, you will want the victims to have justice. But you would not want your kid to have to take accountability for something that they did not do. You wouldn't want that. Your brother taking charges that don't belong to him because people are clout chasing or lying for funds. You wouldn't want that. If you were facing what Diddy's facing, say you did do some horrible things to people and whatnot, wouldn't you want to just be charged with who you did it to? That's what I would want. If I'm going to be, destroyed in the public, everybody, defaming me and, well, not defaming, destroying me and coming for me and cussing me out and saying shame on me, that I will want the shame to come from the people that I did something to, not people lying on my name. Like, but I want to take accountability for apologize to, so what, Diddy supposed to apologize for Misha because other people did stuff to her? Is that what y'all saying? Because that's what it gives. It really does give that. Like, oh, well, she's been through something. You can tell, in other areas in her life, somebody probably ... What the does that have to do with Diddy? Because it's taking time and attention from the real victims. That need our real support. Not ones that need cash apps and shit because their life ain't going the way that they thought it was going to go. Because they living out of cars. One living in an apartment that she probably can't afford. They don't know rent, like that. Like, please. When it's out here that are actually really suing really need some type of, may even need help with financial compensation with gaining an attorney or keeping an attorney, or things like that. Like they may actually need our help, support, and resources. And now people may hold back on those things because of people like Misha and Adria, who ought to be ashamed of themselves, literally, and they're not. You can tell. Adria, no, I don't know about Misha, but Adria, oh, it's how she feel. She in it for the money. And if she ain't gonna get millions out of Diddy, she gonna get them out of y'all on YouTube, TikTok, and anywhere else that'll listen to her that'll pay her to come and talk. Girl. I don't think that it's an obsession. I think that it's the audacity. I really don't feel like it's an obsession. And again, these are still talking. Misha is still doing interviews, and you're a fraud. Adria is still doing interviews, and she's a fraud. So their story is projecting and becoming bigger than the people that have actual real stories. So I feel that it's good that people are debunking them so that we can move on from them. Correct. But right now, it's too much energy around them. And you have these weirdo creators that are still paying these people and projecting their stories. And there's no truth to it. So the circus just keep getting more visitors instead of taking a tent and all of that stuff. And yeah, that's what needs to happen. This story does need to be broke down, and their lies need to be broke down too, so that we can move on to the real people. Because right now it's too much confusion. You got these two coming forward saying that they victims of Diddy, but then you have new victims that are coming forward. You know, Tiffany Pink's friend, picture with her and Cassie that was allegedly dangled from the balcony. She's coming forward now, but not interviewing. She coming forward with her lawsuit. Now, based off of people like Adria, who has a lawsuit of one that will go nowhere. Now people are going to question her. But it's hard for people to even understand what's going on with her because we're trying to figure out who. We're trying to figure out who when Misha coming for claiming Jane Doe's, and you got Liar B putting up false photos and stuff because he hasn't done any vetting to make sure any of this information is real. But all of the videos are still up. That's why I found it like insane when people be like, oh, well, Sean, why don't you take your videos down of Legina, like back in the day when it was going on? They're like, well, why don't you take your survivings down? Because my survivings are real. My survivings were real. Like, why would I take them down? Like that's dumb. My survivings are based off of what she's said. So if these are lies, they're her lies. They ain't gonna do me. They ain't gonna do me. In my interview, she did not lie, besides about the whole mental illness thing. But other than that, she was expressing how she felt. We said many times in the interview and before the interview even started that Aaliyah don't have no kids. Okay? And all R. Kelly kids is by, from what we know, Andrea Kelly. That's it. That's all. Okay? So whatever happened after that, that was on her. But I did not sit over here and egg Legina on. I did not over here be like, oh yeah, girl, it's possible that those is your parents. We got to get you a DNA test. We got to connect you to Dana, you know, Aaliyah mom and, you know, her brother, you know, what, they're really the only ones still living, her uncle. You know, we got to connect you to the Kellys. Maybe we can give her Kelly, you know, one of them to use their DNA. No, I didn't egg her on. I said, as far as I'm concerned, girl, them ain't your fucking parents because I done found them. I done found them, like they in the surviving, you know, your grandma, you know, all of that, like, girl. I didn't sit over here and egg it on. That's what Liar B did. That's what these other countries, y'all are egging it on. Right, correct, Antoinette. You see, Hag did that with Legina. I would have never done nothing like that because I don't think it's true. So that's me feeding it. I'm not going to feed the delusion. Like, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's not true. Like, yeah, and I'm not about to argue about it. I don't care how Legina felt about it. My girl, please, you love Aaliyah, then act like it because that's not true, you know, but I don't have to argue with you about it or attack you about it. You're going to feel like you are, and I'm going to feel like you aren't. Let's leave it at that. It's nothing to argue about, you know? Nothing at all. So, yeah, but I didn't make matters worse. I didn't do that. No, that's why I said I really could have, like, people say you're exploiting her. Bitch, please. I could show you exploitation. Exploitation would have been part two, would have been her coming back and we doing an at-home DNA test, and whatnot and sending it off. Part three would have been the results. Part four would have been all I could have exploited, girl. But I chose not to because it's not that deep and I care about Legina. I'm like, I don't want nothing to happen to her. Like, there's enough people online coming for her and, all of the stuff, and whatnot. But they was coming for her based off what she said. They wasn't coming at her because of me. That wasn't happening. Okay? I even still try to take the responsibility for it so people would aim their target at me and they still were on her row. They was on her row because they couldn't get over the fact that it's like the audience needed her to say, Aaliyah's not my mom. The audience needed her to say, R. Kelly's not my dad. So until they got that, they would troll her, all that stuff. That didn't have nothing to do with me. Legina was saying that about Aaliyah and R. Kelly long before we ever spoke. Long before I ever did a surviving. She had been saying and doing that. Then that ain't got nothing to do with me. So, yeah, shout out to 80s Blessed says, you are the best. Love you, Sean. Thanks so much for the super sticker. I love you. And you are the best as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So, yeah, I didn't exploit that woman. I didn't exploit her. I'm like, I could have. It's not that deep. And I did my research before coming here. So before coming, I know what to talk about. That's why the interview was a good interview. Because I was trying to, like, slowly but surely get her to admit to certain things. Like, well, this was this, right? This is, someone that you're related to. You do have a brother, right? Is, blah, blah. Like, that was what the conversation stemmed toward, is getting the truth out there. Not muddying the waters. Like these other people, they literally bring Adria on their platforms like she's telling the truth. She is not. And if you do your search, you can see that. See, that's why Adria will go on these bigger platforms, and unless, like, Misha's really brought up, she'll focus on talking about celebrities. But she's not really about to go on these bigger platforms talking about Misha. Like, she's really not going to do it. Okay? The only ones that she's talking about Misha is the ones that are interested in Misha. So the Atwoods and people like, yeah, they're going to bring Misha up. Whatever. Because they interviewed her too thirsty. They could wait to hop on the bandwagon. And whatnot. So, yeah. But other than that, she's not going on the bigger content creators platforms and whatnot, bringing up no damn Misha. It's just not happening. When she was on Omar Batach's case, she didn't mention Misha, and she said that Misha contacted her after she put in the lawsuit, just like everybody else. Okay. Well, why didn't you mention Misha on Omar Batach's case? Why didn't you mention Misha on these other platforms that you did? But now, all of a sudden, she's a major component just for you to say that you will destroy her if you need to. What? Hello? What? Destroy what? There shouldn't be a possibility of this being false, because that's the only way to destroy her is by debunking her. So she'll have really no reason to interview anymore if everybody knows that she's a liar. So you're holding that card because you're waiting to see if she's going to pull it first. That's what it is. I'm going to wait till she say that I'm lying so that I could come forward and let everybody know she's the real liar. That's what it is getting to me. Okay? That is not true. And you know it's not true. And as soon as you try to pop, we know not. Look at the stuff that's been said about Natanya Rubin alone, for you to know that they are lying. They are not telling the truth. And they're doing this to people that have had nothing but love and admiration for them. Natanya had no problem with these women. She tried to, have a sisterhood, form a bond. Because we've all been through something, we all connected to this Diddy situation. Let's get together and, make a movement. And they decided to turn it into what they turned into. So yeah, you can't link with everybody. You gotta do research. If you're gonna be talking to these people, because this is too big of a situation for people to be so careless. Like the Bees and the Atwoods and the Popcorn Planners and people like that, they're doing nothing due diligence to check anything of these stories. They're just talking to these people. This is why I hope all of them get sued. Absolutely. Teach these people so that if you are going to bring somebody forward, vet them. Make sure that they are legit so that y'all are not handing a liar a bullhorn. Because that's what y'all doing. Handing liars bullhorns. Yeah. And then it bounce echo all over the medias or whatnot. People pick it up and start doing commentary on it. So then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And just to come to find out that none of it's true. So people have been wasting their complete, besides the people that are profiting off of it. So it's not a big deal to the liar bees and all of that, that this situation blew up and like and backfired and blew up in front of these people's faces, because they don't have to deal with it. Oh well, I got my coin. Oh well. It is what it is. You know, is how they're looking at it. So, yeah. That's why you don't hear me live doing no commentary on the videos. You don't see. I didn't even watch the interviews that Liar B did with Misha, and I won't. That's what I said. I'm not about to go listen to something I don't believe. You have to protect your energy. Yeah, I protected mine, but not going to listen. I'm not, girl. I wish I would. Great. Y'all can go sit over there and listen to people that's, you know, making up things. I would rather listen to the real victims, okay? And as far as I'm concerned, it's all in black and white. It's all in black and white. I don't need to hear a victim interview. Interview for what? For what? Talking about it alone should be hard enough. But, you know, you keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, you know, and it's not a good story. For educational purposes, it's showing what you learned, you know, from what has happened. You just talking and just throwing out bigger people's names and, you know, all other stories that have been viral and people wondering about them and scratching their head if they're true or false. You want to act like you are the validity. I'm the credibility. I can tell you that story is true. Because what? Oh, because there's a viral video. You didn't see that video with Diddy? You didn't see Diddy say that he ain't gonna tell y'all, but just, bitch, that is not proof of nothing. Was you taking the video? Was that you recording? What? Oh, it wasn't? Then shut the fuck up. Like, be quiet. Talk about what you know. You keep bringing up other people. Stop. You talk about the Misha story harder than she do. It's like, who experienced it, her or you? You remember more than she do. She's sitting there live acting like, oh, I don't know. I hope this is right, but I could have sworn I remember this. You know, she's sitting over there confused as don't know what ups from her downs and her downs from her ups. But you on the other side of YouTube talking about yellow bees, all this stuff that she said she ain't out there. Girl, you talking about the story like that because you the one who made it up. Duh. Like, you made the story up. You told her to watch Blink twice. You know, all of that, we see it. It's a scam. Like, ooh. The sooner we can get that admitted, the sooner we can move on. The sooner we can move on. These content creators out here is trash for interviewing her, knowing that she's not telling the truth. Knowing it. I view y'all as I view the hag. Y'all sitting there trying to have a conversation with this bitch Hagwire about celebrities. She don't know these people. She don't. I'm taking pictures with many celebrities. I don't know them. Paris, that was on American Idol and on Broadway, when her and Keisha Wyatt, or Kiki Wyatt, Kiki Wyatt, her husband, what was his name, like Jamal or something like that, back in the day when they had got divorced, where they were separating, and he was messing with Paris Bennett. I didn't come forward with that picture like, look, I know Paris, and oh girl, let me tell you, like, and make up stuff. Like, for what? Like, I don't know Paris. I met her. She was super sweet. I saw her in the audition line, you know, whatnot. I walked up to her, took a picture with her, talked to her. She was super sweet. That's it. That's it. So because Hagwire performed as a background singer, because Mary was late, for Jay-Z, and after there was an event downstairs for the Unplugged event, and she stopped and took a picture with him, that means that what? Because other than that, she could never place herself anywhere else with Jay-Z. So why would I believe anything that's coming out your mouth about this man? You don't know him. You don't. You've seen him. You've met him. I'll give you that. Seeing and meeting somebody, you know, I don't feel like I know Paris Bennett. I don't know her. I met her, though. Absolutely. I met her. I met Ryan Seacrest. I don't know him. But I did meet him. I can prove it. I met him. He was nice. Kind of. You know, I met Mike Epps. I met Tony Rock, Chris Rock's brother. Took pictures on my community feed. I don't know him. So if something happens with him, I'm not about to come forward acting like I know what's up. Armand Wiggins put up a video of him and Diddy, and I believe they were at a club or something like that, and he met Diddy. Diddy talked to him, shook with him, you know, Armand's not making up stories. Armand is not live talking about some, I know the John Does, and I know this people and that people, because, yep, look at here right here, see, look at them, so you know I'm not. He not doing none of that. Because he met Diddy, he just simply met him. That's it. That's all. He not all of a sudden saying, oh, and after that, when we met in the club, he invited me to a fall thing. I was one of the people. Yep, I know that. He ain't do none of that. None of that. But he could. He sure could. He could hagwire the situation. Yeah. All of that stuff that happened with Kanye, Armand Mekhe, he not live talking about some, yep, they definitely get a divorce because that's what Kanye do. Yep, because we're them naming other people's stories. That's what the hag does. And that's also what Adria is doing. They're both doing the same thing. They're doing the same exact thing. Same thing. Same formula, different person. That's all. And know that it don't be a coincidence that these people also want to attach themselves to the hag too. Because that's where they learned it from. That's why I've been saying for years why the hag is such a dangerous person, because she has the type of mentality, being just a psycho-delusional individual that needs to take her meds, be locked up in a ward some goddamn where. You're going to convince other people to come forward and do what you do. Lie. Correct. You're going to convince other people to come forward and not tell the truth. That's all you're going to do. You're not going to convince a truth teller. How could you do that as a liar? See, that's why people came forward and was like, oh, Cassie inspired me because Cassie told the truth. Told the truth. She didn't lie. Not at all. She didn't lie. And that's what gave people ideas. Oh, I'm going to come forward because of Cassie. Ooh, and I'm going to use her as my reason. You know, because people going to say, well, why now? Well, why now? Well, why now? Oh, because of Cassie. Oh, because of Cassie. Ooh, Cassie Ventura. Cassie's why. I'm coming forward because Cassie. Cassie is for me to come forward. Like, it's obvious. Don't make it true. I could say right now, I'm John Doe out of New York, and I'm coming forward right now because Cassie inspired me to. I could take a go there right now and find a picture of a dude that's standing next to Diddy, but it's showing the back of his head, and I could say, that's me right there. I just want to turn around. I was having a conversation with Faith that I was talking to Faith. Correct. And y'all wasn't there, so if you wasn't there, I don't want to hear from you. Why would I lie? Why would I lie? Y'all wasn't there, so I don't want to hear from nobody that was there that worked at Walmart. I deserve to be paid for my time on these content creators platforms, because when you work a job, don't you get paid? Me being a victim and my trauma is my job. That is my money. That is how I make my money, because I'm a victim. I'm a victim, and people had did stuff to me, and people gonna pay for me to hear about my trauma. I'm not doing that for free. Don't all victims pay for you to hear about their trauma? Hello, you were victim. Something happened to you. Why should you not be paid to talk about what happened to you? Because that's what all victims do. What? No, artists get paid for talking about, you know, what's going on in their lives and, you know, what happened. Did you know this person? Artists, rappers, singers, musicians, they all get paid for that. They sure do. They make a cute coin for it. 100%. They make a cute coin. But victims don't charge. They don't. You know how much money Megan could have charged Gayle King for interviewing her about Tory Lanez? You know how much money Megan could have made? Because Good Morning America got it. Oh yeah, millions, billions. Oh, they got it. They got the coin. Yeah. You got a network deal. Yeah, you got network deals. Yeah, you got the coin. Absolutely. Williams, she could have paid a lot of people. She didn't pay nobody. Wendy was not paying nobody to come on her international television show. She wasn't paying nobody. No one. No, that's Adria. Adria's Diddy. I would never claim to be him. That's Adria. Adria English is Diddy. That's the new Diddy. Take that, take that. That's her crown. Yeah. Adria English. You looking for Diddy outside of jail? Adria English. A Baby Love. One or the other. So, yes. Craziness. Insane. Girl, Adria is a whole fucking fraud. Y'all can believe I won't I believe a word that come out of her mouth. That lawsuit is basuda. That lawsuit is trash. And it will be thrown out. I promise you. I promise. Gone. Gone. All the stuff that she done said, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. She literally this up for herself. Like, literally, all she have to do is just be quiet. Just girl. Get an attorney, fall back, fight this the best way you can. No. She got to go talk to anybody that'll listen, that got $1 or $2, that put $10 out the window, $5 out the window. Here she come. Like, would never pay somebody to come on my platform and lie. I would never, especially I'm like, how do you charge? Like, it just makes my skin crawl. Like, victims do not charge for their trauma. Like, I mean, if you want to look out for them, like, it's no different. Like, if people in the chat, like, hey, can you put their Cash App up, or if they have a PayPal? Now, if you as a content creator even want to send them some love and just be like, all right, I'm a Cash App, I'm going to send you a PayPal, I'm going to send you something, send you that. There is nothing wrong with that. That is not paying them to be on your show. But if you're sitting with them and saying, this is how much I'm going to give you right now, and later on I'll give you some more with it. Trauma? And then they lying. Girl, couldn't be me. Because your credibility is out the gate. Y'all better not ever bring video from Liar B. I don't ever want to hear anything from him. Nothing. I don't give a fuck if he bring Diddy on his platform, his goddamn self. I don't ever want to hear anything from him. Ever. Ever. Don't bring me nothing from no Popcorn Planets or nothing like that. Like, la, 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 la. Girl, now, if it's a mess, like, if it's like people going at it or something like that, send it to me. But if it's like them sitting down interviewing somebody about something, don't you ever can send me anything that say any of their name on it. Ever. Ever. Because I'm going to block you. I'm going to block you from City B. I'm going to block you. Like, I'm blocked. I'm like, this girl. Hey. Many people sent me that Liar B interview on my kids, on my mom. If I'm like, right now, God, strike me down. I have never watched it. Y'all have to give me details. And then I get details from other content creators when they're talking about it too. That's how I know about the interview. Other than I would waste my time going to listen to something like that. Because it's just going to make me angry. It's just going to make me want to go live and cuss Misha the out. It's going to make me go live and drag. That's all. That's why even with Adria, that's why my energy is changing towards her, because I'm actually listening. And listening to her, it just angers me. It just angers me. It just makes me want to cuss her the out. The more I hear her, the more I want to cuss her the out. Literally. Because it pisses me off. And not because of the things that she's saying, it's the cuss of what. Nah, she was just lying, saying that, she knew Diddy, stuff like that. Whatever. But talking about essay and trauma and minors and all. Girl, that's when I'm, now you girl, you playing with wrong shit. You playing with the wrong shit. It's too much. And now you bring in other part. Girl. Girl. I've been talking to my phone. Like, can you hear me? But yeah, I just can't. Like, and then you think about all these other victims that have truly went through things. And we all know that they're going to be questioned now, even because we're going to be the one questioning them. We're going to be the ones questioning them. If they go online and always lie, no, no. We need to know you legit. Before you say, where is the put the proof, all that on the screen? Put the connection on the screen. No, you do not just get to just sit here and talk. Oh, hell no. That's over. That's over. Okay? And it shouldn't have to be like that. It really shouldn't. It really shouldn't. Shout out to Jacqueline. Thank you for the super. Girl, what's the tea? Love your show. I love you too. Thank you for being here. But yeah, that's where we are now. That's where we at. That's where we are. Now we're gonna question everything and everyone. You can't just talk anymore. You know, up the church's money. It's a wrap. Now we need receipts basically from like beginning to end. We damn near need to see everything besides the essay itself. Other than that, we want to see everything. Prove you know this person. You know, like the victim that just came forward to sue Diddy, that the woman that was dangled from the balcony. She has pictures of her being with Cassie. She has pictures hanging out with Tiffany Red. Tiffany Red has, which is a credible witness. Tiffany Red is a credible witness, and Tiffany Red has one on her own platform speaking about. That's what I do love about Tiffany, and I will give her credit. She's not running and hopping and skipping and jumping on all of these people's platforms. Did it. No, she's not doing that, which makes her credible. Okay, it's easier to keep up with her story. And so, yeah, so I just think that is insane. Like, it's insane. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Okay, so we're at that mark. Okay, so we're gonna go on coffee. We're gonna be live on coffee in like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Okay, and we're gonna get into YouTube because girl, it's messy. Girl, it's messy. Look at the community feed and on Discord to see what we're gonna be talking about. And my girl, it's messy. So y'all ready for the y'all know I'm about to this is a key. This is a whole key. And we're gonna get down to the bottom of it. Okay? So there's some drama going on. It's bro, it's interesting. It's interesting. Okay? So we're about to do a coffee show. Y'all know it's about to be a mess. Y'all know we about to be lit. Y'all to go, girl, we can be unfiltered. I love being on coffee. So yeah, so we're about to go over there. So follow us now. Follow us now. Follow us now. Follow us now. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. And my girl. So yeah, so so let's get over there to coffee. We'll be over there in like, so y'all go get y'all seats, and we'll be live in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes. We'll be live. Thank y'all so much for being over here. Hold on, let me. To Sharna for the cash app. I love you, sweetheart. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Queen, I'm gonna put it on my community, so just check my community feed in just a second and it'll get you over to where you need to get to. And I love you guys. So I'll see you soon. Thank you all for the super stickers and all of that stuff and all the support, liking the videos, 770 likes. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate you guys. Until the next show. Bye.